nkoma ansa na afia ba hello say wadaroma we de ebia na first time obi ebehwe Mr. Oliver ya na most times na me ade ba kwa mani nye ho ye interview say yes ye interview obi afi ne epe na brabo nsem dabi ne me pen say ye no betwetwe nkomo ye ni wane ye ni mo Oliver de obi ani ho a onti odi na nanu Wadaroma nti Akufo-Addo ekwohye akwana ne titi say pipe wano echima ye ba bechi wi ni ade ne nyina nti ama udin akwa echire kakra nti ye no obedi nkomo akra but before then let me bring young chairman no hasina hello chairman memo akwaba
yeah Masha
Masha bia boko
na me adumo na me my free my so tiwodi na
okay you say the Wadaroma semaba de menim say we no enye bibi kese bia na so esan so Mr. Oliver hasi nti maminya ma chairman na Wadaroma senior ye nyina yesusu ye no yankomodie no yemfa nhihye so nti mamema osema baako doctor
yo we de eja yenua Oliver wa hey am say nansen mu nkofo bebre no a ebusa question bi say freedom fighters fix the country for anyoma mu kosen on hihye ye tesen because them say ye nya pressure be free Ghana for afi de dodo no eti ase dodo no akrase nkebe ya nke inform political party na make you say sure say you be use the diaspora and for no now woman support it because you say Ghana about remittances are omoti aquantium anya afibia no 3.5 billion US dollars there ye keka yensa say the co the amount for bebre no high say momodiani and to political party but minim say and Oliver face the country you wa idea ebia obetimi atene take akra man minim say we are not in a hurry say about political party there but I think say we can also not let our followers also not have a friend saying a header woman should be to me abomodian look up to me sure say san common ebehwe na build these structures this year no yetimi my chapters because kwa say ye gada woman na yantimi enya baby amfoma nkwa na eja Kofi Kranti mu aboerem na ni paponi fo so aboerem but ya na Captain Smart mu kra ne na mu no mu yeden exercise e o madwene itino ese ehwe na yetimi maintain ye hunu baby ebetimi a channel saa ye omo adwene pa omo so di akomapa di edwumedie n'echi a omo so pese bi omo hunu so my Ghana no ensachaya bem empempi ne ehwe a ofa China the story of China omo amanone and the best sign for the story of Singapore omo moti amanone and the best sign and Indonesia se minimu se yenya letter be for Indonesia freedom fighters what Indonesia omo nya Ghana for omo ye Indonesian for omo pressure am omo government and the government no add the value to natural resources na what Indonesia no amene omo nya ho mfaso ti omo eje ya ho se ejuma na ya fa to ya ho no we should give more pressure our Facebook so because for share because amount for be sharing now I'm sure the way I need TNT more Facebook but they were able to get Ghanaians somewhere Indonesia or much so these are freedom fighters. All that they are also doing is that they want betterment for their nation. They said they Indonesian freedom fighters for no air no no be bibi papa their money mine obi ambese se bi onim call for kwakoye nkoa e wo bi man so na de atete ne akaka ne keya de ase o mabra bontino mense adaje bebre no se yenua Oliver dumre na so yi nsem ano a kwan ben so ne be fa yenua no mo e wa ma no ne titru e wo Europe America Asia outside Africa ebetimi afa ebetimi ade omunyina ba one particular platform ebetimi aka ya adwene abom na yetimi dia yen sacha a real change no any area because NDC cannot be trusted. MPP the Akufo-Addo Satan the three evils omukra de yentimi nji omundi intino one more the heart to say Oliver to say Ohini David to say Chairman Free Mind no how are we going to make sure say omonhwete no mbemu obenya leadership ebetimi a channel to the real change I have show my Ghana.
Okay and say Mr. Oliver Wadaroma we de mema osima be baako na Wadaroma wankasa obedi kan achire wo ho ayi kakra bi minim se mpefo he no mo na bedi nkomo ne de na enso bia na ene ye first time obi te Oliver Baka vomewo nka wadaroma Oliver hwanya na afi yen sha ase mfiri ho.
David me that say yana de bia me introduce me say me ka Ghana for me bunu na ye nyina ya somo ye fresh of mine e be ye the donor friend of Face the Country no nti me kan ye adwuma no ho apafo na ye gu ezo ye wo fam na ye wo Ghana na je say ye di animu so na ye di echi na ye somo every day say na ye ko ba nyina nso no eno na adwuma me ye me school mu me call school be lawyer ni nti me lawyer adwuma no me fa nya hwe ma me ho say me do pesika ma me ho Face the Country adwuma na me de ye say na betimi aye say adwuma ye no ye de mra na ye de ye adwuma no eno ne me so de me de sumi ni so me ye.
Okay, good. Now saying you know the din komo kakra efa twira wo kotwere to Facebook say Akufo-Addo nim na oji 11 ni tuma wan kasa obeye ku till now we been man to wanna say enti yan chance in free back of the days now wo twere sa ade no besine ku no ni nkyerechire mu dodo ahodo sen na ye wa obetumi dia kan asem sesi ana se kina bi obi kotwere sa ade no bi man koye problem afa ma obi a
na answer no bi kwakotwere mpo no one of the things I me here ni say me PFE jail buy no me share na me sa twero ni biom na the current me twero ni biom ni say me pese obi ba dwen say dia me twero no na efumra eno nse ye che na aban de no opemi ache me dada wo ye na ye mo pressure no nti they no na nam so ye excuse but say na me nim say me mfum enyamra na mafum me twere no nti me kire say betimi aka ni biom because ade ye mfum mra de say even say my government na ye uncomfortable crampo na koso asisu biom. Now one of the reasons that make can from the beginning said currently me twere and say Fitama Face the Country start here no say yesterday bo aban ni hu pet no say they can share Ghana for team say Face the Country for no on person mo ye coup d'etat tia Nana Addo aban na hwe Nana Addo aban no every time bia ni ho beba asem aban no ho kire ni bia no mo abo say obi person ye coup first time ko chichi microphobia no mo gita kitchen knife ni spoons bi say coup nyama no mba ba ye no o mako police ni a na o hwe ne kasem o kaseti aban no anu so yakwache no say opeso ye coup ti aban nti from the beginning no mo start here say Face the Country for the coup no mo peso mo ye ti aban no and I'm say no ngrofo we no ti enyi say coup asem ne mfi omo enumu a on be pe kwan bon nso no mo de coup nti me decided say word coup na kasa no mahwehwem na French kasa mu no coup no de 25 different meanings but the meaning important or normally ngrofo using it is say obesesa bibi change so obesesa bibi na French we can coup d'etat etat no ye state just say coup this oh ye coup netia state no and unless all this coup d'etat can ho the word coup nangasa means change but and also to meaning depending the other so well my example be say we can coup de chapeau and you find a hat trick that was bro from just watch 3 goals in a football match chapeau in French a hat and a check they can coup de chapeau is a hat trick you can coup de plume just say what be a book be or be a giatum just a feather no so it's a lot of meanings around that so we decided say some more use the word coup ni tia and there may you say coup if you manum na masatin e use no in a way just say
and say me so ano a ubetumi amaye ensembe mienu bi a odi coup be hye hono ma e betumi asiso
yeah
and my member mu na lawyer Mbrem Sisia and they say metumi aka ne say it will be a great coup to have the president Akufo-Addo to join Face the Country.
Absolutely, meaning that I don't know using it sana I should say yenya de kesie bi that's all it means even though you say it will be a great coup it'll be yeah so that's an example of one way in which we using the word coup and no interest utu aban egu
Just another say it will be a great change. You say President Akufo-Addo so no so joining a freedom fighters and face the country.
Yeah, absolutely. So it will be so even in the meaning of a great coup, no, in saying a way no, it means that when you're at the sumbo. So it's a big deal. It's a big thing. What you say?
Yeah.
And so because yes, so yeah, even work on school, no, when you're first class. Let me say what a great coup. Just say what ding we didn't kunimum. You know, so the word coup the meanings ne dorsum. But send a bino pressure than the suntino. As a yes, you know, say for before. Now the oye abrapuso no mom na the embashe no. Intino send a bino no anim se nyamanko ye. No te ho na obi akasa na chese opeso chire ni tumi bebia ono chire ni so no na wo tumi no. There's only a word cool now, and found baby air corner, and it's in the emotion. And no be no more. But ye ain't gonna funny yet. Let me say, word cool, dear, remember Akufo-Addo government name fan could as long as I have for Casa, dear, mean fan chew. But the most important thing in conversation when he said, so now most at you coup d'etat no etiayen. And he said, you mebuno na mushemu de bianam say, go ye ni sa word cool name film, somewhere. Omude ehu ne eyina bekuyen nti no de bia me use the word cool e wo me kasa mu na me use word cool na je say mesisa adwen cool of mind,
the mentality behind that kasa no.
Yes, nti wo adwen na we de bia na me kasa sa ye fama nyame suban no e di cool e be ye cool etia sa ye suban na je say be yesesa sa suban na ye wona bibia na ye jama na aka na je say so that's the way in which I started use the word no. Now senior omo akoye 11 no mo de koye cake na just Ghana fo nyina bufu omo pa no. And na just omo pa kwan so. And I'm say okay, say 11 we de mo koye nyina na just Ghana fo 11 mo pass. Na ve de mo de ye cool mo de ye cake crap wasa boy ekutia de a. And say say no de na change na say ye no de. Ye be ye. Na yen freedom fighters ne ye frɛ ye freedom fighters ne ye ye army ne dem nyina mo ye useless. And I say me ngwa na wakɔ ye dia me ngwa makɔ ye because the edu ne the element na element na se ne yen hwɛ de ekoi na de bia ne say yen pɛ kwan bi so entu emu enfi aban nim. So that's important. And I mean that use that language you know say
okay now no o can say one kasa bakɔ akɔ na den na opese o kɔ obeye e change ben na opese.
In fact, in the particular time I can't ask them. Now, your name international organization, international law project. I sign an agreement say 11 year the quarter. You have a quarter challenge, you know. I'm international lawyers, sir. I'm more tax lawyers, be brave. In the same year, Dr. Ren, my example, no, which is a coup. Just a, you know, when you're at the Casibia, just say 11 no, a con and him can pass a cry. You be yet be beer, just a make sure say 11 no. And succeed. So that was the context in which I didn't see it. So when me posted it, no. Because the edu shows 11. This is what we have gotten. So that was the context in which I didn't see it. So when me posted it, 11. This is what we have gotten. So that was the context in which I didn't see it. So when me posted it, 11. This is what we have gotten. So that was the context in which I didn't see it. So when we posted it, this is what we have gotten. So me kasa na de me nyaka. Say na ye teaching of we twin of adwen. Ye kire mo say we can do more. E bit me akasa more. You say it's say your mentality ni e we ni de me nyaka. Mo de mo pese mo ye de mo nya de mo be ye. But ye adwuma na e say ye na e say ni so no de ye be ye. And the most important thing. Say yes, me go to aban egu. Aban ne de betu egu mum. But yes, say the coup d'etat na sojafo. That was the context in which I did see it. Yeah, the na Ghana be Ghana fo ani. Ni ye Ghana fo sorry. Na MPP ni NDC no mo ja echidi no. Eno na benam so ma amamu papa no beba. Na yansisa ya amamu no ye wono de a. Na ye betena mu saa de a ne ka nyina ye ntin koda. But the Jumana ye see any so ye butai be see any so. Senyama besesa, say memu besesa. And no is a process of change, cool na ye no. And no. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And yamra coup d'etat. Needing kind of about Timu Pen say, Unya be coup d'etat, Wabusiamo, or soldier for be woman. Over to me, I come my bomb, Motua Benyaguana.
Well, Mebusium soldier may be him. Mebusium. Na, we are gonna na senior a memoisi ko ewo Ghana. Now nothing can say, ntinkrofo we party ye ku bebre ma Ghana senior city ni. Minyaka ye tete na embassy utim pen na oboa. Abesi mitimu da. But anya ade a masori aka se make oboabo ankrofo ano di tu komomo. Akọ hye omo soldier fo atade anase me ko fresh soldier fo se abayi me ko tungu. Eno de me nye bi da organize obi enko ye yi da. But se abai ne benya yem hwehwe se wanye na de yie asoja fo betu na egu. Na se ye kasa mu ne ye de ye na abai no de yem hwehwe ye Ghana yie dia ka onye. Me de no. Se because every time bia government ba omo you see one of the reasons omo de ye de omo ye ne se omo suro somebody lose election. Into no de bia na some ye dia Ghana for pe se ne be ya omo lose election. Now bedroom maybe NDC ne be the one say 8 years they are guaranteed. Until ba na ube boabo ho na to be nya be 30 PPA boss in 41 million. Ghana cedis actually the bottom. And you to be 8 years no. I mean 8 years now come say bom can do 40 million no. And the mobile 40 million show bottom no more 8 years. No more say babium. The elections no the omunzuro election bio. So me lose the election the omunzuro. In fact, you see MPP or more internal research on my year indicate you say next election on be lose. And more my ready, so me lose as akwaba, and no problem momo. But say abai no benya ye bhihye say the ye the ye pe ne kono bossa na mu kunkum Ghana for. One hwe obi be ye cool na no ho obenam so ama anya wanya ho aye bhihye aye Ghana yi a ene kamede nyame ase. And the in the senior pressure bia se pressure na efi freedom fighters ho na senior Ghana mebu na sorry e kasa etiai na de bi omo kasa emu na do kasa emu po say young people na say youth no be uprising na nkro na ebe na menu so ama Ghana fo mebu nya adwuma ye senior obi suro say mebu be sorry dia ene ka yen koso nya de ye no because ye can freedom fighting ye no. And you say ye feel say Ghana be ye agye say yan kwa na ekosha aban mu a Ghana be ye. Ye ka say emfa ho ne wa aban mu. Se wo ye hwan o, se wo ye yi o, Satan o, Dr. Renka na asemo. Wo betena akonya no so a, se wonya ye mu hihye se wanye de Ghana fo hwehwe na enkoyi. Sa eno ne ye pe. Eno ne ye say ya sorry a ye kasa. In the next election nimpo na said John Mahama ne ko wini presidential election so no ba yetimi nye din entena se manem be ye enkodane de na do abedani ese yetimi kasa no hu se ne yen mebunu sorry ye ni entena se kwano sa na ye bepeja ye mu sa na te se ye find your voice ye nya ye ni ye nkan ya no ntumu biom. Na je no so de ayem hwehwe no ebe ma ye adwuma pade a eno no sa adwuma ne ne be koso waye entimi maka say the ye say funny say bia say be ye nyina no na je aban no hu ni say we akukọ ayi a ode nu wasum sana aban no hu de ye nyina de a na je say yen nkoda but say de ye no ma aban yem hye no ye de Ghana fo hwehwe no see ya kwan no ye hospitals dia and a freedom fighting adwuma no na ye no.
Yama Dr. Ren Doc Mbacho take over. Why?
Now I'm say a friend is saying bra Oliver Church no. O ma yin na eti ase se sebio wo hwe wo man Ghana no a the way anyo ma ekono wo tie chire kura no a beka se then ye wo gold ye wo diamond ye wo bauxite ye wo bibia empenfo ni wia ni nyina ewia de ye ya kura ne se omnim se kru papa bi wo baabi ya abrochire ni asoa ye ma ne de mo begu UK ni asoa ye ma ne de mo kwakogu USA me ne wo ka sei adwo asafo a whole minister eti obi krom obomodian enjoy better life one ne ma enjoy better life Ghana ni no a woti kuro ni mu a wo sori anopa just wo kọ kwansini be edu ansa no wenyansuo ano ni free ne ho se dome kwa abenya no a woti no MP no a wode ne ntusu dudu ehwe no ebo ne ho ban no we gya wo mo akotena abrochire fane se wo maame wo ana ogya wo hospital ana osema wo but mapo ntino me kọ because matese antimansa de ni fie no wa ye ne yie ohwe ne ma timi mapo ana me gya wo na me de wo kwa antimansa me so se wo yakora na se wunyini na beti sa story we say wo maame wo no opo ana ogya wo ana wo kọ wo skeni antimansa fie no kwatena wo no wo bo ne bra ana wo ye hyepe uhu maame how would you feel meje di sese uhu maame no a wo be pese wo betam bibi di aboni trim cause wo kai the way a wo breye wo konam sreso struggles the way a man take advantage of you emra na wo ye kaya ye at the age of 14 ye share wo nyinsen na maame bi kura ka kire so wo ya akoda body nti na wa hye nyinsen nanso no onim se you had nobody to defend you eneno ye wo nkofo bi a ya to aba no de ama wo ana wo mu no se akwan se omu abuse yen mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, because ye fast off asofofo ni etua wo moka na spiritually no more abuse yen mentally no na ye nenam ni ye cancer mu no nsamfo de gu ye so ni ye di atem wo ye hwan ni Oliver Bakavoma wo ebusia ben no obo why ni Dr. Ren ebusia ben no obo ohie ni we tesa wo ye kan sikafo ma eka bia mo esene mo esukono ma de mo frihin ni ye de ateni ye di matem enso ye kai fadama akufuado wase mahama say me pachaw o ene me pa mo chaw untuma me ehona ni we free say me esukono ma no wo pa me chaw wo because ni so wo pa me chaw na me kodu wa no obey your man penyini a woni mentina the same bench so ndidi because no he walks in the corridors of power entiana the minimum dani a friend is saying ohiani wa na ma no in his eyes entiana no de oba me nchen a no okọ chief imam ho a on respect chief imam ntino de na konya na okọ asori dem a on respect nyankopon no okọ say the battle is the Lord's no de na konya na asori dem okọ otumfu o say tutu a no de na konya na because mbu asanteman to abama no on respect gamanche a wotina sase so okọ gamanche wa no de na konya na Akufuado the only definition for him is Satan. What the obia what the nada no the odwan woma afa ne ho ye anhwe ne ye nsua ne ye hu ne ye eye na nke hu no sane papa ye di koko sika ne shape man amodi tu kwan koko amba shape amanfo se shape ne bae me de besi na me hu shape no because me munyini ye me hu ne say blaster line a kwa me kuma ne Marcus Garvey de dom ye che ye no me hu no say esi eye a friend say temahabo enti shape ne ko shape ama sanke ye hu no Akufuado say ne se edada ewia yen ye koko sika ne ye shape a nka menyini se nke beto abade amasasa bonsam Akufuado ene ebre no awo bre no is mental problem enu nti ne yenua Oliver can say may coup because utie Bob Nesta Malia emancipate yourself from mental slavery. What the Ghanaian is going through is the mental slavery. And unti Akufuado MPP for him say Akufuado born on modern then see to me free yeah kwani and this you are ban free kakra Medisi.
Mema 30 seconds. Yeah.
You medisi no. NDC for no sunim say. NDC no mo no so ya abisu o but wo free mu ate say de obi wo abusive marriage no. O free mu ade na mantemfo beka. Enunti enam so nim so o free mu mantemfo beka say MPP na di wo chi no so ma anya hwe ama. Aye no ferry aye na niwu into osuro so be free. Abusive relationships are not here. The ones that nipa ne ti ho sa na ode ewu. Enu tun se na nsem hunu mfonyi bi video bi a yetwagu a abrante bi wa MPP wa ono wo ya fu soldier no wo chorocho no wo gi nsem na nso ni shoe atete apansa because osuro be free because free mu a NDC for be sere no e be ka se dia na wunya free MPP ano wo NDC no so osuro be free into atimu anu wu into mo se NDC ni MPP no wo mo moayen we be no be kakra bi ntide bi am say the two political parties near below performing average political parties na mom no say Akufo-Addo de Akufo-Addo we there he needs to be shot in the head with common sense in case a bullet he needs to be shot in his head say me mama Nyankopon mame akwanya we there Nyankopon na me kan wo mame akwanya say me nku obi e wo wiase na me fanje eye oman no a Akufo-Addo na be kɔ ne nkyɛn na ma boni tio na makachesi Nyankopon e ma ne nsɔre na emo man 5 years e wo na wudaka nim ne yemfa nsiesi oman no ye wi a yenya no ye nka nche ne se onim oman no a yede na bem no o ka se onimu a ne aka je se Ghana no na wo se no ana me ma Dr. Ren any freedom fighters bold
nita okay me dance ma me fancy yo e back of remind o am na bisa Oliver question say baby am de me de mo gina no bisa Oliver question bia ma yen ye ni kan ko free mind ho ansa na me wi akakra me so me de ato ano so ye nya ye kra no nkropo sha ase ebisa say mumu say Oliver ni ti o tre sa letter no obi a o ka sa letter na unim letter kra o kan wasem e ti o tre sa letter ne de kokoma IGP eno an obi a awena so ebepeti ye de kan afamu de Oliver ha minim say obeka na afamu de ni enti a o de letter no koma tipo nko so IGP ono so wanti ase IGP awada ne ho social media sensational police nti no obi twere bibia no ahura tim kunkon commissioner high commissioner mu a atwere ade ato we say we use again no na wote ho na you are beating about the bush nti for now na dey mesre ye call straight ye nko chairman Freeman o mbacho wo bibia pese obisa Mr. Oliver mema kwan
yeah David meda wase na dey me pese me gina ye tiefo anase omo a omo hwe ye no anemu say Jumedi no koso no e bi bisa questions pa na so esan say chat no kwa na ekontubu aso bisa question na wan hwia na ye ntime yi na no na eja na ye the real program nti I'm taking notice of all those questions. Osajefo Maxaro Brian Odiaba say, Doctor, can you guys answer this? Someone is asking, is there any division among Face the Country? Obi bisa say Yema Oliver Yano say Face the Country no empape mu bi abemu ana say na sitie.
Me say I think say question aye na nkofu bisa no ejina dia Captain Smart ko ye who I no nti nkofu bebre ya omo bisa sa question no na from the very beginning na ye start ye na nkofu dodo no when say bi no mo amobe join Face the Country na so mo buy demonstration bi anom ho Captain Smart ana bibi senti ana amuso be kam tama ye start Face the Country from the beginning no and yeah try say yes sell a message ni per media houses ni omo ye any omo aka asem no so celebrities hello now one of the things are not and say reach out to all several celebrities in the Bebre social media. Now you reach out to them and say, "Move from a platform because one of the things that you say, Nigeria for a year more end SARS demonstration. Ghana celebrities ni bebre tweety no more support it. Ni who corona say okay. They said the young Ghana yamre naso Ghana youth na sorry say of mine yen ye. And to get reach out to celebrities ni bebre do do ni nyina say na do abind your musuro. omu nyina so mu nkasa obi a yi sakode mu hwan uhwe omu kasa yi nyina supporti Nigeria for omu end-size demonstration na bako kra anka say support fix the country. In fact, the celebrities a free wuta ono nyum country hot or they support fix the country. But omu nyina ye reach out to omu. And a Captain Smart emuno samu kaya na ono so
we dem pacha omusi omusuru den and
government never back against you say the omudi ye didi no ye betata omo anasa asemi beto omo managers nyina se mo nye. In fact, in beginning impo no mini ayi blogger ye friend na me ya Deborah Kra ye live or Instagram. Now your plans and say you nyina betwetwe nkomo efa ho obia say baby we there I'm not doing it. Now I mean celebrities are unimpa no, trust me, we reached out to them. Near team matches say list of omunyina ye reach out to omunyina one by one. In fact, even Reggie Rockstone we reach out to him about. So a lot of people are just say they say come for gym na say no enko ne nim ntimi mpia ne ye. Emuno Captain Smart no see no anu anase mo ka kire me later.
Ebacho ye baba Captain Smart ho ye baba ho. And don't you think that they were right and conform rejected anyum to feel omo right because sa ko de be bonyum na se dum so ka na me kan ya na se me baba ko school fira ene na na me show boy anase me tawe chi se na na to aso na se ne ade ne nku ya obaba bi si na na form no ukokan wo se osuru.
Oh, in fact, one of the things I mean decided from the beginning is I mean say Ghana for do na no ehu first thing. But secondly, because because this government will kill you. I know there's no two ways about it. They can do anything against you. And so basically, you face the country near one. Your convenience bebre no mo ho no omo nyom nim enye obi ana munim no nzo mo nyina bo adwuma pa even freedom fighters impu enye obi ana munim no nzo mo get freedom fighters adwuma in all the various countries in the doors but enye obi ana wo say kukudro no se betime yi manim akasa but me support wechi. In fact omo supporting yen omo timi se ne 1 city 2 city ne ha no do no yes and I'm going to say mama ye
yeah.
But in the process of fighting okay, it's fine,
Remember, much ben sakode.
Oh, yeah, treatment sakode.
Mo custom boy ho.
Yeah, custom boy later be releasing nyumbi no say or they support fix the country maybe I don't know whether people know custom boy ho well Shatawale is a crab influence the country minimum say any enkopa adwuma nye even say dampa remote betches Shatawale member tron online say just Shatawale ron watching about no on phone marabia true said no mompe anase bibi but on the question say wa phone on phone I wrote in support of him and yes baby even so why I mean, yeah, now face the country for the brave or online said more unfollow Shatawale. Unfollow no online. And the celebrities in the culture, we reach out to so many of the celebrities that you need. In memo, we reach out to them. Now, one of the things organizing 24-hour. Once during the COVID, no.
Mm-hmm.
Now, American artists organizing battle.
Okay.
And then we reach out say, yes, sister, Black Coffee, your deputy CEO or tourism authority, and so no be resign here. Say, skadidie no the only for us no resign call no. Menen the kasa at the time where you can say, okay, when I name artists no be brave. Me organizing a concert for Fix the Country. You have born on social media 24 hours. You have share artists no be able performing for the 24-hour so they met me, you know, I spread the message, you know. Oh, no, it didn't work. It didn't work.
Let us say one more. Let us say, and you were mine who dog, but one do more food and a num because a metia casanoa, one more chess, one more bar, a buy no bet, or man, Diana Mudin, a buy no be ye from Mano. And when you one more Jenny woman crown and said they are being selfish, but not really say they love the people that follows them. One more followers, no, one more tie, one more cheap because when you say a free idiot, still cry no. Why when you didn't come up crowd or back say any day, any time, be your next demonstration is going to perform for us for free. He doesn't care whether a Kufado will come after him or his business. That is what a free wuta. A free
catch. I make sure I say you reach out time London demonstration, no, many a yimpo kasai slim buster kasai.
Yeah.
And I think at the last minute went me amba. So the extent that now you know, it has to be a moment. My friend say a cultural moment.
Yeah.
Because young people do now, even when I'm composing about Fix the Country, you know, there's almost 40 songs about Fix the Country. You deny your opportunity about this concept and say even young artists, Nempono, benya chance of performing. So it's a cultural revolution. Well, just say
yes, that's a strong man, Kahwana.
And I don't think it's a strong man. Any strong man Kasai. I don't remember that. So one of the things I need to say, as many people will be involved in this moment, I just see and answer was bibi sunku na esi in our lifetime. But the man want to say, as long as issue no nye Ghana issue, not say you say George Floyd be ewu America there. You celebrities in America.
Who say hold can best me busa say who say den tipana ye can NSAS Sarkodie Stone Boy Shatawale everybody NSAS Yvonne Nelson all of them NSAS George Floyd everybody Black Lives Matter but one cry no be a song can who say them panty
in fact, the idea about bringing all of these people together, no, and also in Nigeria, Nigerian artists that say the video, Wizkid, Tiwa Savage, support NSAS movement.
Now, latest one, crowd banner say, the twins, omo boyfriend say, you don't, Peter and one Paul,
P Square.
Almost bakono de ababa to say 2020 almost next year election no also bibi obeso oba ne fie bia oba be sign say wo kwa akoto aba unkoto man kofo no omusai o man no wonim say obeba ne fie na ye na down for there na so ba akoto aba masan kofo na don't come you should consider yourself not a friend because corruption ni ku eye Nigeria for pa adenti na yen kofo no muntimi nya bisa.
In fact even in America no about slavery, oppression, blacks here come. And musicians, no more decided to say a lot of the things were happening in the south of America. In the end, concert we are boycotting a year. In the society, no Ghana they also have a role to play. That was our process name. And then none of them so a year to suffer a woman in form of voice in back home. Now, even in the media, no, and this is how Captain Smart became involved. Captain Smart said, "No share the whole media landscape." No, who say, TV stations, no, obi no one can fix the country as them. But all static fix the country, no. Omo na share for omo share no. Static call high. We share no in number 800. All static fix the country no in number 3,000. Into learning growth from the procedures and said no number bosso. Into for 3 weeks, Captain Smart show one year apart from fix the country. Ocean show na do maybe not a t-shirt or share inquire fix the country. Into fix the country don't no they grow or near TV first. No they grow near TV. And yes, will be necessary or no one in them or catch them. Now at that time, no answer the no name for the most part that is the country near organizing na me UK na me meetings na me to na ye friend microphone nyina no Now, all those times, na many Captain Smart and Cran Casada. The first time I met Captain Smart, I think 3 or 4 days before your demonstration. And then na me gina ho anoni ebinom oni ye kasa but no nim me at all. No kasa won say face the country no or decide or hwe din or person or decide say obeji ejina ne nas. No we lead no. And then na me tell no kasa but na emesro me because no nim me. On nim be start at any fee, you know. But I mean, we did not necessarily. But the kasa is later you go show and obehu ni pakra me. But the most important is me no, as long as say the whole media landscape no be and can face the country say or no pen say all pen viewership until all can face the country. And the bigger issue. The most important thing is say go for better message so. Say benam no Captain Smart so na go for do one better the air can so any problem mommy. But also no, I mean I think this time near Pamono our MP4 platform now cause cement no for cathedral ya can want some cathedral ya then cry you see no corner is up kwan redeeming ho no. But obeka also in the platform no be it's not a problem. Into many Captain Smart and Nasi and Kasada before our fake, make an interview, and the demonstration here, Into the demonstration here, and I decided say, okay, Captain Smart, okay, the chief free fans on the very first day there. I would invite them to have a meeting. Into the very first meeting, I'm sure say, what we are doing, it is not about say you perceive 2 MPP are buying na and this simbra and you no tia ye de ye okon ye kun but the objective is say you perceive my youth new hope say Ghana betimi asesa and we can move and change the system. This is the objective I perceive the see ni so. And so this is the objective I'm better more supported here in the mumbra all ban no sada no the Kofi Granting by some meeting for the first time. And at some meeting, why you mean put Avram can see him say, demonstration here, not Kofi Granting for Kasa. No, you see a man of coin my name Kasa because you see a politician be out the year no. And Avram catch we can hear one because he needs a Kofi Granting but and Avram catch seen him say, who Kofi Granting say, oh, per se, oh, contesting. So you had the year no, they important pa na oh, per se, I didn't tell oh, baby, oh, per se. Ubejine ni mu na chese odi ye o eya opesa o ya na o ti o enye sa o say young people no opesa o ye de o ye opesa o support bi. So when that conversation is here, the next conversation me Captain Smart mo enya en se na ekoye ye press conference bi ye no circle ana domo ba bebre. And he discuss about constitution asemi. And Captain Smart can say on no constitution.
I'm meeting national before I cross our way, not what fire or hobby.
What fire or summit in hobby. Exactly.
Not shady or
what's it? Not shady or me and my friend not shady money buy. Yes.
Not Gina K TV.
Not Gina K who was a meeting hobby. Yes.
Not the chief free fire.
But the chief free fire was a meeting maybe. Next to your boy hobby. In Crawford be. That was the very first meeting. Now you have a wet. Okay, ne Captain Smart for the very first time I attended Africa. After the meeting, I hear a press conference, call be about constitution na April na make us me the ultimate say be am say the constitution send the city no. So what the yesu grab see Ghana no obewi aye. Maximum make can the be no. Ye pese Ghana 2.1 constitution say ye hu bibi. Captain Smart can say on no constitution no de na na do ya adwen on pese ye be san nti ye pese ye ade ye enjoy ono ade sika beba ye be ye conference ne invite na na do no be kasa wo ho and say we there be yesterday wo fa we panyin so dia okay there ni wonya adwen this is not the ehwehweni and yes mo ye problem no ye be from so mbesi no mo be kan train say constitution no mo nya ho hwe. So from that day, Captain Smart decided to after the air corner, ne kwan no. We share from our very first demonstration. Besine. Captain Strat and join face the country demonstration via Besine. At no point. At no point, since then, I mean, Captain Smart in Po Akasapen.
Next year, chill no crown one baho and answer one tenenka.
No, in fact, me a check Captain Smart say Wakokasa about cool in seminar police chain. No, make sure long legal opinion be page. Now because say my review video no more can, and there's nothing the government can about this thing which justify say I check Captain Smart. Captain Smart none a lawyer ni me cousin kunu. Lawyer ni. Our Captain Smart ho Nima police station. Or friend me phone so my Captain Smart kasa say whatever support we hear no yen me ni obiano we are ready to provide him that support. Then the lawyer no cry me in-law. Ne ma me say no direct and say you me papa ne sister ba na wa ware no. Hello.
Yeah.
So a friend no ho. And I mean Captain Smart say whatever support we hear no ye the man. And so we wrote, talked against the government about Mochi Captain Smart and all of that. But that's it. Mene Captain Smart and Kasabium, CHA main, all of those things, man, who baby. In fact, me fee jail by and a Captain Smart, the producer reached out to me, say, or person me ban the show, no so na me beka jail num common chere ne TF4. And I make as a member. Say media the main pen say, you say be can't jail on say that is say you be my TF4 now and you be grow the audience in tea. I don't know. I'm not interested in it. Intimanko show no. Since then, I've been to the show once. And no me kaka ne busuafo no before your first demonstration. Since then, we call Captain Smart show ever again. But I've never, feel this. One of the things I heard the American say, many pa de onya me bone. Now me akwa ye kunya me nkwa me. Also we are interested now be support here. Edwuma ne draws. Apafo so. If this is the work you want to do, you nyina be yes edwuma no. Kosi say me hu say what that needs to buy be edi. Personally a chere me. Ma me hu say nipa weni yanhwe ni yi a obegu edwuma ye no. I'm fine, me ne obey edwuma till say we're losing me trust. So in this conversation towards your first me will fear na okatache free for frame me say a Japan deal ya mo ya ko for person mo di be onyan kyenye demonstration tiano na me June 4th hunsan na me say media me suban say as long as any MPP na any NDC no more free demonstration etia aban me hobby because the most important thing is that me person me yama another person abefa abe see nanado na mu no aye the same thing here complaining about say can afford the idea mebe
but yen aye nua okatachi afrifa oye do okatachi ho asem na wokan.
Sorry, hello. Mental voice no.
Me pa ta motimenka.
Me too nka.
Yeah.
Mr. Oliver, motimenka.
Okay, then I think the problem no me ho.
Okay.
Oliver film was and Rembium. Ebiana.
Stand the bay.
Why?
If I tell
fine.
Hello.
Not brand baby why. One country and mammy.
Yeah, mommy.
Very good argument. Okay. Abusia Seremo, Jumadi ne koso. Afen ye ba betie Captain Smart ne hypocrisy and as a hypocritical speech na omaye no. Ye ba betie ni adomo suko sen na sisi a Oliver no kra dwenfa Captain Smart mo. One no wanta bi ni ade oguso a wo kirekire mo ba. Na mesre se mo share video no na enko akiri. Ye nyina ye say ho yare ase de adura kan ni badua na ya dwen. Na wo se ofaya eguso a otwere ebinum beko ebinum betena se san ye hya ase ne ye hu no. Enti se wa hwe freedom fighters ya chance no bi ho tumi esi ne bo se mpacha o me de me ko party we e obi no ho a omo de omo ho ba be for mo ana nipa che omo kakra pa na okọ bet samahwa one more omo de in adwen fufuru bi ne baaye no omo kokra senate freedom fighters ye da so gina ho it is a mikra na ne mesesa madwen ne ma free freedom fighters mo na ma kokra na mesro freedom fighters because what na say why adwen na omo de sha ase build ye no ene se omo pegana insisan ye enye obia se open ni bibia di enti ha na ye pese ye twuma adwen si so enti Oliver Bent no ye fa na ba na ja ya kan eja gum na yakọ enti Oliver
yes me tonka
okay na me busa say wabo nipa mi yedi Captain Smart ye baba be busa wo ne no personal ntokwa bi wa chire anase mo wa asem bi wa chire e bia me Ghana de se wa onim se Ghana na wo sisi awo Ghana
I mean I just say I me passport nti no Ghana na de wa na me wo
yo ya jo passport wa me so ya me phones enti no Ghana edidi bi kura na Captain Smart opedie na wakọ akodi uga bi anase wo so waje ne na ma sente because ho ye bedum asuko ne afi na wo
ni Captain Smart
o kacheche ubo ni din ni oye adwuma wo NY anamba cha dog
XYZ
yeah XYZ yeah ono no asem na okay da ye wo bodin no ono soso na o mu bi se on na frɛ wi anase ni ba
yes because the chief free and frɛ me
okay the chief free family yeah takuta me ana me bebre
yes on the
okay na say ya o twere bibi de call police wo no kofo bebre ga netwe wo ho me wie ne aba bebisa ho asem bet to away no so na ko anim kakransa why
okay so you decided say okay first of all Captain Smart menene ni asembia ayi menene nhyada mpo nkasa unze menene gina ye ni ayi relationship bia
we the lawyer obeto aso obi send me message say oh ask lawyer for me maybe they were having the same girlfriend in Harvard University meaning so your classmate to Harvard that na mo twem na oba ho a
me sira me o Harvard gina na me partner wa Ghana o ye lawyer ni ana o ye adwuma wa Ghana so kushia Captain Smart baby dia binim but no Debbie but yeah I mean I got the chief for framing about June 4th demonstration in the episode of framing of Captain Smart and I think say Ivan Innocent and
BOT
maybe any even BOT
Bernard Odrotechi
say Yamrani show near Yambek so ye Captain Smart show okay the chief for show XYZ clip in the crowd ho na otie ko back na otie clip na wo say Captain Smart e ka say June 4 demonstration the anya kra obeyare ni ho kro bebre so we card anyway about say be planning demonstration on the June 4th if it's studio ho na me catch them say I don't think the June 4th is possible. First of all face the country demonstrations kra enya ne sa the mamre be dem say na betimi akọ round akọ communities akọ education and mobilizing crowd for into Dr. Ren say po frame immediately po after so what's it June 4 demonstration and I make just so emmaso but what we will still do say you better notify police but I am follow up. What we are doing is say you announce that you better me at the build morale towards preparing for a proper date for the demonstration and see so I'll be a for a agree say it's not going to happen. Ivan Innocent no some making so obeka se me boa nkofo na me bo mudin Bernard Odro techi wo ho Bernard no kraka say and me create WhatsApp group na me fo nyina to so but immediately I decided not to create a WhatsApp group because me share ni mo me I mean so mo kasa Ivan is the first time me share no Bernard is the first time me share ni me so no say Bernard ni say NDC ni kaf okasama NDC so I wasn't too comfortable say biana people will start thinking that this is an NDC event. So I decided not to create anything like that. But the idea of, okay, we'll go ahead and notify the police say about it. But any demonstration, was already known. In fact, no for ya okra ha. Yeah, before Monday, no, I noticed the police for no releases a statement. No, the Sunday, the face the country meeting. Discussed plans of going forward. Send a bit me. I should say, ye nina. And the whole no cranny says, see, Subium said demonstration. We are not doing a demonstration. So everybody knew. We show more online, you know. Send a demonstration if freedom fighters say moon call online. And they be able and friend Crawford and Christian Crawford means demonstration be bo. Yeah, way be because we all knew say this is not what but he teasing out, you know, the potential of a demonstration. So you throw three drafts of letters. One of them was just, you know, demonstration be by June 4th. Okay. The other one mention say Achimota Forest. This is the reason why. You know, and then the third one also take like a levy, Japan, all those things. And all these letters, I'm drafted here. So I drafted a letter and I shared it with, you know, because one of the things I decided is say, yeah, and you face the country, and demonstration, no. You face the country logo and not be and notify police. In the end, say Nipa train, no, wakate chief free Captain Smart, Benjamin, Nipa boy back home. Metro letter, no, me metro as some lawyer, me better so seminar me. Organize demonstration or more lawyers.
Who can Benjamin no I see Okoko for the Kubisa finance minister John Sodeno by force. No?
Exactly. Now went me and the question I no. So yeah, unknown Benjamin, no 22-year-old. Your dealings police, you know, your meetings with police, on the him. Because one of the things I hear and say young people know and more the confidence to deal with authorities. No, only police got now got meeting now we didn't na one share of bones. So no to me damper back and forth. No, we say yes. You can't say we have the men now. Saboy no be my kind of interview and say one share so we better than the president as Saboy no. So he was part of it. On the ID with the police for no. And to say or one of the letters ex-and police for no, and the purpose of that letter they say near press conference. I was sending police for a for in demonstration in Hokro. And they say okay, even though you're in demonstration, you're sending letter no come police kwa. Is it to be my issue say letter no be sending your message be. So what is the message we want to send them? Message you be sending your say. Some more police for more Juma say demonstration and some more back. Na mo be protecting Crawford. And so and na mo de mo ye no so ma Ghana for do no ofro mo demonstration a omo so mo suro say police for be ku omo be bo omo tuo. And they say okay marase mo mebo demonstrators for mo mebo mo ban. And so mo ba mo na mo be ku omo. Se mo hwe na mo ntime nya mo adwuma na dia na mo nya ho ne yan ko for your private security company. Number protecting demonstrators. And the idea is true. Now, one of the things now, say, at the end, the police for private security company. First of all, one, you're wondering about the fact, say, demonstration, demonstration, or UK say, na Captain, police for mobile, bear 3, Baku crane grab a tool. So the fact of bringing guns to a demonstration, and yeah, dear, no baby, or when ye fee. I then a gun and call police for the two bar. Secondly, the first demonstration, the police for meetings, no. Your children will say, a year moody two back demonstration grounds who are a woman bank for mo. It's more moon fat a two maho. Would a more backup? Sasemu see no make me deploy more backup na bar. Fine, and the same way see. But somebody told him nam Crawford one, and my yem share. The mammonia. Omo ye omo word, say ye for two maho. You go pure musada no only two by. Thirdly, the very first demonstration, ye organize ye Crawford from marshals, ye train you. The night before, you don't go for routes in India. Someone will protect demonstrators. Omun share a vest, reflector vest in India. Yes, no one enough demonstrators no. And the idea and say you per se omun first omun crowd control no. You know, but say yeah, it be controlling your crowd. So the idea of getting our private people to march around the demonstration, no, it's not something new. It is not something where a form mra. But make sure later, no, the first question, I mean, maybe someone is okay. This is a game of chess between the police and Yang. What is the first thing the police in the Beka or Beka is a private security company, you know, their license to carry weapons. Create tool. In the end, my and be protect him. In the because share Ghana mremunyina. And I say in every public place, no, with me create tool. In soon to me create to a yen license no. Into me try and say, okay, whatever security company which would be you find some about your protesters no buy because they say a 3-day demonstration. The 3 demonstration in the just a coffee bed daho. You person be a bit one not just a police for number 2 years so. So you say okay, and then catch you say whatever private security company, it will be on background. More police for now, na more license were home. There will be license under the law. Mama provided. Into let not Benjamin the ma or the mom or the Senate police DCOP back on WhatsApp. All the conversation is there. Or the Senate police on WhatsApp. The police in say WhatsApp letter the onje. Into no uncle printing and presenting no in the office formally. And they say no note say under Ghana law no notice no say yeah WhatsApp say yeah video say yeah you know it fulfills the requirement. Ninja no testing law no on how the police react to these things. So you say they decided we catch the letter be and formally. Or catch any panel say or catch Benjamin say or no phone no grano or no one tone phone man ho and ya buying a tomano. Into no, I know they are the private property. They are on China, and I'm saying money fee and a CM fee. No, this was on Sunday, right after your meeting. Monday, and bear you remember the police no throw your letter. Say your demonstration request no, for anybody to hold a gun, no, it needs to be licensed under the Arms and Ammunitions Law. Till. And I'm saying, but yeah, let me a chair mono. Yeah, a true woman say, Obi a great one, a bell license in it. So I told him that okay, only I didn't ban you were 248 hours to respond to them. And they were trying, they were responding on the anytime demonstration behind the organizer. But yeah, sending a message on it. And the guy say a press conference near no about police for shootings and killings, no more to adapting for fear. No. Yes, a press conference, nebra. This is what they did. And upon that, press conference, no. Someone names a president in a covenant, no. Omo release press statement. Say, yeah, true, no, de, omo true, nipa tre, no, me, omo de meka ho. Because here de meka ho, who say, beka face the country, even though there's nothing about face the country about the thing. Say, ye pese organize demonstration in na be create through Ediaba. To the public. And by the time I ever hear a press conference, not just a media afraid, nobody is talking about the fact police for a kunku no muku nipano. Yeah, press conference. Edi ebinimo fi north tamale. Edi nkofo fi nkranza. Edi nkofo fi akachi. Ni edwura. Nyina aba obi e kan story. Na moving nkofo online. The whole Ghana media attention. Agojina police for some of the 2 about demonstration. I didn't know person yes, sir. And that was all the conversation. And it was all about face the country and going back and forth. And then no one will be here. Petrono, you know, a number of posts on my Facebook say, this is the conversation we are trying to have. Yeah, chair police for say, if Ghanaians are uncomfortable about guns around demonstration, I then move police for modi to go demonstration. this is the conversation you say having. Oh, not just say a government a year, not just say baby over Fabia, feel the country for somebody to demonstration, or more two, no one and perform kind of okay. At this point, was here. I said to people, first thing I may say, me na me try letter me say, I want to say Captain Smart in the number baby, I can say, only letter me hwe. Until that, now when I go through that letter, or border man na doing juma. And so the first thing I'm here and say, all I did was me no chat I was on me send a letter no to man or respond or catch him say okay boss no you know and I'm the two online and me jai and say no me can want some grab you because me nim the one team abra asem no police for there no to ho na nim who bibi of no free or katache free fa no katache free fa can say yes the police for akokani but information the interviews are you know ye magana for atiase say enya no crazy person the two ko but ye twa mo adwen about the fact that police for kunkunkunku nipa e were demonstrations so
which means that he was aware but he still went on.
In fact okatache ka kire ne say on who captain who we show na ne waba ne atena se de edi ho nkomo only for ne to so anokot na onua radio and also they can be okan. You know, so I decided say nipa I don't know the one team minim send you see far no I decided to year the oil no it's fine send ebi ehu ne kan no ko year no dia me say na bia me fa no say bi ehu ne kan no ko year but me ye lawyer ni me say ye mere mu na e wo ho no obia will right impo even though that's not what we are doing obia will right say as long as you have a license for your gun, you can carry it anywhere. That's the first thing. It means, even though you actually let an action gun avoid doing, my intentionally review all the laws I want and trying to see where is the issue, where is the problems in the law, and how can I use it as a point of conversation. And then my first instinct as a lawyer. So that's what I try to do. But Nipano, the only reason why they said no be na mo kasa no nyina gina their Captain Smart ko ye no so because on no na ko na mo ka kire nkrofo say na minim ho hwio minim ba kropo otwe won hwe ana e be yes lawyer no and I'm like that's a man great. You know abrat wouldn't say me try yes I mean you know I'm not going to lie the fact say me no I know the consequence and I know the kind of government we are dealing with but men go gina Ghana for enim en ka say me ni omoku and I say me kwa me ni omo gina ye kwa bom na the last minute me dwane akote me nye bidra me nkote na me show so say na de bia Captain Smart say say ne ye ni abrio hwe Ghana for ne be sorry na je say e ba ya na watwe ho na some profo we no freedom fighting no monti ase
na just say me tie wa e ho na nkran ni be ka say me na me call na me sa no chi ohi
oh twen ho you know because even for the fact say ultimate Captain Smart ne kase mu ne de bia de TV so ye na or encourage Ghana for youth ne say ebedru maybe ye ka no muntia just ye sorry and that will be the only option but in this situation no what would your ye no odwane ye ekogina o kase me ne minim de ye na ye me no de as long as me de simeni so say freedom fighting ye no ne de as long as metna say na me nim de atwe ye mremu and trying to use the law against the police no me ko gina baby kase nye me na me ye da
Mr. Oliver so bodu mama so bodu yadama say abusia mo share video no because baby a very important e pese yete no na edru ho no mpa cho mama mu say the idea behind yeba the personal security ebeba asen akuta akonde aba no wadaru masansi sutia wa 30 seconds na kire me say mo ma Captain Smart ya we say bibi say na mo kire dey atom from bet mo motive na enye ne say ampase mu hia say mo bekuta etuo ni asekan emma na akuma e dey akọ demonstration no say bi enye okona moko
Debbie
Captain Smart ya aware. We are now that was say, then another na usha ususo say, a bit me ama, we done ten cry abra. Sankase bimperiasa, mumu be anywhere or usa. Captain winning quite kakra say, empo set is empoa. Okona yekono, yet is a soldier for. Bako toho, ewo kwan biaswa, ese uso ni penmu. No matter what, see a young fonso okra, ema tube fire more. Yeda so gina ho pintin se ye ko na utumi dwane sa anti shasi free o se adin benti na am declare yes ade no
yesterday fix the country no you nim say one of the things I ma Ghana for penny for you very uncomfortable no demonstrations usha uko can be say any go to court because on the court no the area judges for no the omuntimi nya hwe emwa. Okay, can be I say, oh, go and pass through the right channels. But demonstration, dear, a be say, you know, ya can you want boom, you know, ye jina you know, ye team, say, a man from way the yempe. The demonstration, your mumpe. And the can say, and no need to be seen so as one of the main ways I debate or kuna yekun. But a year not to do on a catcher and say demonstration, a year musuru. Na me de bia me ka say, you know, even Ghana batu ompo no uko to abampo Ghana for yikum because the impeding for no de omo say omo kum Ghana for na consequences be enim, repercussions be enim no de ombeko so aye de omo ye no nti ye say si ye pese Ghana for no nya gidie no mo ni yempie no mo nyina si abonten ni etimi nya sa dom ni ye pe no ye say pese etimi nya kobru bre be nya 1 million people. So me back street no so. We can Ghana for moto aba na. Omo more than 12 million. 12 million no, ne to aba. You see nyemu 1 million. Eba streets so a. If they no objective a day so. But say between nya 1 million na, I see demonstrations no, it be money safe. One of the reasons until I two boy durafo na same way me di see me ni so. Na ye pray ye kwa majurafo abesi ne no ejina the fact say ye pese police for because so abonkrofo tuo so mo pie so be demonstration and then the Ghana for confidence and Dr. Ren say wo UK Ricky uko Trafalgar Square na we demonstration on a Saturday morning na hwe nkofo dudu egu ho every Saturday nkofo gu ho UK mpo yes UK die e ko mo anim aye yie no and nam sad demonstrations isu ma ban no yet the senefata uko Germany so asamo demonstration Germany for year against COVID vaccine domo pa do ayi when who say abo be back ni papa ku potuo when who German police some recruit to am nam AK-47 say omo said omo call Russia Ukraine war who be da it's yen kwa ye Ghana na di aden. So one of the first things they say, you be so tackle side issue now. Police vote me better to around demonstration. Everybody been mutuo. You me and you said you need feel. I may use demonstration as a means of second of better or me bufua or mino politicians may die. You mean your she. Be any the necessary so as to Ghana say flooded or go any. Mo say e dey about to be threaten wan ukoto eko yi kronfo efi so the kronfo aba na ye mbehye no say denti the only thing no musuro no ye nkofo do o musisi kro eno no musuro eno na ye mo uncomfortable nti ye dey see ni say ye be ye ama demonstrations is safe the police for no go to bo bia ye be ma pressure akunze be twe na so nti ye say okay ye pese ye di attention media for na ye na media no do na suru police ni soldier for enti ye de se ye ka enta na media de bia ya be kan say soldier for no so na mkoso akun ye na de omo ye useless because pese mo hu say enye obia ye nkoso ansuro mo ma mo nye de omo ye no da ye be ka say ti omo so se ti be ka say ti a ayi nanado dia and the military no ku omo odikun ye no so ye bitimi ka say ti omo so because ye nye
omo crowd dey mean so one wo omo crowd dey see a cassette omo more because omo ye institutions omo professional, well trained. I did the taxpayers' money etu omoka. In the end, says a politician who create Jimia as professionals are omo no anopane omawia omo daily bread. It depending on the Ghanaian a friend is saying taxpayer no, they ought to know better because some a medical doctor wako ejuma na sebio oko save life. So medical doctor no kwa ejuma no wentimi and save life not due to his own negligence. He will be charged, he or she will be charged because due to the negligence, no, a life has been lost. In the Ghana Armed Forces, the end of the year, with the general sayewomu, with the admiral sayewomu, with the naval commandant sayewomu, na omutimima aya politicians biti say wound to mimu, omutimima politician biti say nanado danko Akufo-Addo, the swindler, the trickster, etimi tricky womu, na omutimi follower. Then they are as useless as even the word useless because because with professionals they ought to stand by the ethics of their friends and women, especially when they have sworn an oath to defend Ghana by land, by air, by sea, and any water to the peril of their life. Just say, so my boy, then so and my friends, a commandant, a friend is saying Ghana ports. Naval commandant at one near the Shamfine, every China near the best say you. So when it comes to Ghana Armed Forces, there will be a war team. CNE say they are professionals, and professional beer have to work according to a Jumano ethics, no. And just say they should go to and become like the zombies. Na Akufo-Addo yusu enti Oliver to aso na me say chairman free my own note ni o ma bebra kraka for there o mo ntan kasa ne say wa jot note bebre na no a ensio to na akofa kraka ble o for me so wa jot ni sem bebre o be kan nyina
enti no yama Oliver to aso ho na fi wi ayakọ chairman ho say kakra be na watumi a jot wo akire a very important ya ebebusa enti to aso free ho no mayen na kire mo wa hwe ade na usutu nti a Captain Smart, it's one
of the things I see a trigger of what drink on say. Me, Martina, France, UK, Netherlands, US, Spain, Brazil, Morocco, a lot of countries. Me, who military, our demonstration done. Me, who military, it means the two boni pokune done. So I don't understand. Say Ghana for me tina homa ye kuku omusa no mo with that so be a consent. And no me between women here. So one of the things I see a proving Ghana for conscience one say, okay, the police for no some bebo mo ho ban no ntimi mo ho ban a ye ne ye chiro mo say ye pese ye boy ye ho ban e wo ye demonstration. Because the mran say police for no emra me protect protesters. Because the mran in him say so a history nyina sinyama pesisa e wo wiase a dodo no nam demonstrations so by that go foot attack demonstrators and the police one adwuma no say omra mbe protect demonstrations and you so be protecting other people from demonstrators so or be protecting more demonstrating no by your police for no etutu obo ekọ Ghana for no kum. In the extra, says someone to me protecting and there. I know Munja and pay security for. That's a 3 days near say drumming and dancing for 3 days. Near home. Say yeah, because say Japan they no konim ni say ni dia. And the ya protecting him. Yem pelmo because I'm no mobile put there mbe kunipa. Na mama se mapo ya make say ye Ghana life nyina ye demonstration ye nyina no. Ghana ni bi ni ho wa tutuo ekum police neither. A police for no soldier for no tutu ekunya imo. But I no the media no can wasem da. In the throne say sadia mama demonstrators no enfa omo private security company no protecting yen. Because police for now your margin say kuno mekunye. The picture letter na be say okay. So all throw letter as lawyer. First no be say on say then nipa na oba no ono so ni argument or the beba we hin. It means the first argument of mobile police for the can say e na private security company so no ekuretu into yampene. It be first na me say me hwe Ghana mremu e bisa me hu say e and pass ye mremono ye mahu kwan so be kura etuo e demonstrations ana na me hwe mu nyina na mu se there wasn't like that in the law. The only thing that the law can say be create to around public events bisano as I say your licensing need to know kura no let him say okay if any person and that's a private security company holds a gun, it will be for personal protection only and it will be licensed under the law. And no problem me sheda we shall let na I wanted to draw the attention to that part. Into me highlighting no in bold. So no my and no make me replying here or no. I don't yeah. And then I sent the letter to a smart Benjamin put a letter and they call my police and then never copy and a captain okay the chief reefer. Nam the letter anymore. Then the police for no try a letter after that no more say obi be create to say nipa no or making sure say let a to no your licensing no and they kind letter na me say and I say and I'm say but that's the same thing I try and I'm jay and then the 1st June ni ya shisha to say ye koye ye demonstration ye koye ye press conference at out the Crawford police for abubo mu to ekunku ebinum efin Kranza Akachi Tamale edwira nyina abehiem abaye press conference aka o masem a kire Ghana for say the ACC ni asem ni sinso a police for no ye ntwe obi aso wo ho intese ye ka ho asem anopa na police for no ko release statement atu Ghana media say face the country for actual omo say ye pese ko ye demonstration ye pese ye di two over demonstration you know almost stop here say ne be ya conversation ye about omo kun krofo say Kranza say omo timi ko fo bi oda ne mpaso ko yi ni fi ne mpaso ko bo ni tuo na for 3 weeks catch your ma me say oh what a chiman okota chiman I see there be ko tuo bodom okotuo bodom a ye see there be person ko ha mom no the sa nipa na yekunu for 3 weeks amunim say ye mu ekunu and no what's my ye ko kan ye de nkrofo ba ye omo be kan our press conference no ye de to ope Ghana media mbisa say se police from pose mo de to be kwa ade na mo kan ye nya sa conversation and one say if the come for some go fufu tuo omo go to ahihyo mo ma komfo tuo so Ghana fo nyina mbisa say ye kokon ye first demonstration radio station be anywhere one can demonstration one said one no can about June 4 demonstration one na your friend no catch say wo ba fatuo bra private security company ben ni nya nkomo atwetwe nkomo obi em for police when em bisa no nti nothing the omoyen say the police for shift your attention be sin call eyini de ene ye ko an ye kunyan Ghana for na ye pese ye ka hu bibi ne ye hu bibi no asa ye Ghana for na de mfa ya hu say ye kunyan sa na je say de ere ne afisa kan je for some de tu oko omo some de tu oko and na je say de bia mo na say de ne kon na me decide say obi say ye release but o ma many hu ne body no be sin na yi Nkranza abedonko ne body ni o mu hu ye be sin
na lawyer unim say akachi de na wo kan ye no police for no kofi o na amukokun abrante no na ne ba onya 5 years police for tutu a komodi kun akora
yes oh yes yeah na nipa bia na you know na dwi ni ho kakra a wo krom ho okubisa you know about police for ni ho be some say na one am mo kwan so mo tutuo e wo krom ha na dwi nya papa kakra no kasa a kire o dan ni chi na police for ni born in 92 in the etim no and then you person you think of what dream man say there's no police anywhere omo actisa ye de na say you betimi akan esi omonim na say IGP no de bioti Facebook so okotonto sa na the personal camera man no de nam no ho obi na we di asa na we kisi baby nsa na e twa na ye say IGP yi de onu kele wele mu na de ye hia na ye say ye no ye nye sa conversation no de ye de me pese me ka bi me nya bi de hu hia no say ye ku nipa na ye nya ho hwe no me nti ase ye pese ye kan ye ni Ghana for twinsa nkomo But then na je de ne kono me decide say especially me say Captain Smart what na radio so e keka so ni mo hwe say hu na kan no say den na ona mo de fan team okoye sa de me de nim but me decide say me ma obi nkoka say na me nim ni otro letter na e ko twa ntro say ya ntro letter bia me na me tro letter me de me nim ko say o say me nim de me ye ko ameku no Ghana fo na meku say yen ye mada achiri bi nti ne ye ko sa ko ntimi ko gina baby nka say nyama na me tro sakrata no na de nti a me tro krata ni but me so be say omo ti ase ne de ye no ne de mo ati ase dada but omo anti ase no my sorry but me pem no ye be kira ase na binim bebre na to nsa frame aframe ka say ade na wo apologize ye no de wo ye no e the correct thing am say enyo omo ti de ye na say na me kan sorry kira omo anti ase no me kan sorry ne kira mo say me pem no say 10% nyina adju wi a no mo ati de ye na say because see ane de ye ni aban no ye tweetia yi journalism for enkosi 3 ye ni ya ye media ye ni ya GTV ye ni hwan de ye wo ni any Facebook yi pamrepam no omo de ye chi no omo nim say for one whole year yet ya de we ho enye say ye agi salary ye say ye ku ama say a mine be ye say na police want me nkunye enfom ho ni kwa a ye de ye no omo no ye be de mrepa best plani de ye na kiro e na make ka say okay yeah apologize say mo man tia say ye wi ani atwetwe komo ye atwi na even after mpono agrofo ye me say na me ho mfa me but bene MPs 3 atnase and one of the things that you discuss about say you be create commission this special prosecutor here or only powers or one say Tambia police for any citizens be ye bibi na citizen be fam we no ye ka say police for na investigate o mo ho because be say o ka say police for na investigate o mo say o say ali do investigate o no an approach ye be nya sa commissioner de bia police Ghana ni bi obewu bia ye be chere say ne nkwa no ehia yen de be independent for me investigate assembly say nye police for be boy tu aka say am robbers ade bia omo ye nso ye ka say asa wase say omo kuku 7 for no mo ka say am robbers no a besi na ye hu so mo nyam robbers no ye nye police for no hwe besi na
ana family nso ye compensate omo nso
ye bio ye bi na say kana compensation besi na no edurafo no kwa na ye compensate omo aye waso ye compensate obia na de ntira ko bi say dwama edurafo ye compensate omo ewu no
yeah, because of freedom fighters in the country fight
yes see omo echi na che say de bia ye dio ye go omo so he ne petition even budget no mo ko approve ye no kra no ye tro kra ta koma the select committee on interior and defense say mo approve omo budget unless they compensated the people ye the petition called parliament because just say we left no stone unturned they just say this one no. And that is the only people in the whole this country's history. Wow. Into akuna ye akuna de ye be koswa na omo dwen say ye face the country ye be dum bia na say the ye ya ne workshop ne mombra mesin come having pick ye ko ye conference na mo jijije ye bi na mo nunum na mo ye nye bi da embassy. In fact somewhat be at American Foundation be amay $50,000 for yeduma ye be ye no. Si declare ni mo ebeko for ye say bomba jije tra ho na mo numbi. Ye catch them say ye de ye no. Ye demonstrations ni ye. Say ye be renting microphones. Ye be printing banners. Ye be printing t-shirts. And no ye say this can be ye. Some be so ya see dia mo be so ya see. More support Black Lives Matter US. We had demonstrations. Yes, we had demonstrations in the person improving your memu. And omo penny ye no besoy, omo aba, some o my ye. Into your principles, ne dear, yes, son ne. Dear ma abandon uncomfortable, ne dear, yes, son, ne, yes, son, china. And then better gonna 40 years here. And to send the mukungana for, na yes, ye penny. Dear Becoswa, ye dear, person ye. No na de ye nyan na se police ne be ka asem na se wo We say first thing is obey police in energy. Now it's nothing because now go for Mukwama for 1 whole year. Why would they write something like this? And that has to be your first instinct. In fact, a press conference, no, you catch a media for ne say. So police for no be catch on say you could be no your honorable. The first thing I say Motron is police allegedly. I say somebody alleged eka ho because omo kan omo ni no kre. But mo de mo nyanya mo statement na mafa no. Not just mo be publish here no. Say no kre na. They will always get away with the omo ye no. Even the way you cover stories in the crowd, I said no suicide. So police for kun imebunu a demonstration. Mo be jina on say youth clash with police. Now we didn't clash with obi okre too. Or no obo too no say you clash. We didn't find clash here. Just the police come and shoot at demonstrators. Now more reporting accurately. So these are the works that Juma ye person kind of wo. Now Captain Smart assembly there, media won't focus on it. Why you be obey? The minimum say me study no. Go for do na catch say Captain Smart be careful about it. Go here go for can bia. Me first objective, me first thing instinct ni say unya hwe en nedi en kire me bia I won't question your motives. Cuz say obey bibi na so bind it say nyensan. O ye den ye be. As long as we deal with Subayedi, there's nowhere I'll be able to many Captain Smart the same platform so ever. Because we are not fighting the same fight. Minko Swa cement in a China, not just NDC for MB for Mammy BB, and be Jana home family home in Namu and go mean ye bidda. And then me, I can't make one, yes, I couldn't make one. Can you come into me, baby? And this is for no moon here me. On my last election, I'm a young yashi, no. Omunya 6 million voters kakra komutu na nado ejemi na mbabe bibi ama mahama winning elections but minim say the constitution anya ho bibi a e be koso edi hia ye Ghana resource ye mineral resources na wo no as dodo na wo abrofo nsem na ye anya ho hwe na IGP control letter come British High Commission say or Chinese sovereignty na the here Ghana fo no say ye ayi oboasefo mines no omo gadra say ka company no vie site no mu jaya na ka omo release ma omo no mo koye galam say yeah resources ni ye dia no ye ko pray asie eno mpo no ye see ye momo ohene na from so momo nye demonstration bia asie o omo a go ni omo dia no omo ko pa cho say AGF no wie eyi na site no mo ja no na ka omo so mo release omo no so mo ntimi nya galamsey wo so eno kra yesi yampene nti se yepese ye kire se ye wo sovereignty ampa yintimi ntina ho ma ye resources no Ghana fo ye nya mu 13% pe na yintimi nya ho hwe ma ye resources no dodo na ma ye ho ye economy na e wo abrofo nsem no ne Lebanese fo nsem ye nya ho hwe ma ye grofo no nya dwuma nye na just obi akotro ni be asemi wo Twitter wakotro 4 pages of letters say na make sure say Ghana for ubi akofo e check up sro mo say ene mo mayen eyi mayen koku ye ni intelligence bia ye ni car bia mo donate car nchen ni esra dia eyi ye youth minister ko Dubai akosro mo say ye we World Cup na ene mo stadium na motimi stadium ayetimi dismantle no ko baby ene mo mfa kakra mayen. And then wow. So this is the humanity. Now, one of the things I'm best can say, me say na meti hono. Ebiana se ni ye twin Ghana for adwin aba kuna police for kunye no. Obi se bi oni yen enya dream or strategy no. It's fine. Humanity e better na say aye. But in terms of the ways I be get it there no, you be use different kinds of means. Ebi be working, ebi in working. The end working no, we if you ni atoye nim ni ekoye nim. The most important thing is say ye ekoye nim keke. Well, I don't hear me. A journalist be me see no. Journalist be say me question be say nti se see no se Ghana for say omo lose trust for face the country me feel listen. And I'm sick about me de pa because so obi say on nya dream or one thing ho na no nti we lose trust. And kasa standard no, on fanko judging the government no you to abamano. Because say we are now lose hope. Our system now and you are part of the problem. What me share di na ye we yen. Na ye die nyina na enu echi nyina lose hope for your system yi mu. Emba ye ma yen try and create new alternative. Say best sanyama na wote ho. Na wo be ka kire me say since the country person or twin adwin ba ku omu ku yen ho. No mo tro letter come police for threatening ka kire omu say munja it's a muntu be mo yen ho ba ya munja na your private security. And no nti wo lose hope dia. And a work a problem no more. Because in real why lose hope for system. Now yeah pet coin be so I more you share what you come kuyen. It be kuyen ma member of parliament could parliament can say Ghana for a more we come when armed robbers. Not just when they be a kuyen say we armed robbers. Not Ghana for body or so. Now mon trim my dream who said no, there's something wrong there. And yeah, more a problem.
Okay. Yada masipa baby amashe ya me baby dru no yeguso ayeje mo adwenkyere ne ade ye be ko chama free mind wona nsem kakra aboa no no ono nso so atumi dia ba na Mr. Oliver se wo hwe Captain Smart ya papa no wo sheda na wo kan nsem a ehia ye no ene wo be ko na ne kon ho ntrintin fifiri a pram no anopa enya asem ketwa eno no sa no den ya
say Captain Smart, you're a journalist. Say, Obenye, Nisika Obenya, no, a Jananko do a motion show. So, Intino, Dina show. Maybe not the Okanino, yen freedom fights in this serious. On Indian, the comedies, no, the idea son or the year, you know, just a Ghana for no, you know, Munina pay answers, no, no, Sabia, Ebia now, so. He's really serious about the Okano. Maybe an answer because that's the only thing that makes sense to me. Now, to say in this situation, yeah, faso, yeah, the be tia Ghana Police Service, munya iku amukuno. Would the Mirika radio so say, hey, let's not try to name your true you. With a minimum she. That is a one we who ni part. Say we are coward that is a Ghana for no she who ye wo. Now when you cement ni biomo cathedral no beswa.
Okay, yanko chairman free mind.
Yo, David, Dr. Ren, Mr. Oliver, it's as simple as that. Also, be I free Namibia, Oyedanya, Nadia, it me, I last it forever. Miss Oliver, Wakasa, na metin semua wakanina, and some more, Odia to Dre. If you are American, is an aminim dada, and a bin so I'm even hearing for the first time. Mimi Yobia, I have this ideology, say me ofina se kromfo be wiame a nia kromfo na be wiano enye eho na me madwen ko na emom metena se adwen se ekwan be so na kromfo no fa ya obe wiame se na bia mesisa akwan se na bia next time no kromfo no ontimi ema me wiame biem subaya eye Captain Smart ene okadachi free farm money omo amoke ka ho ada na di Ernesto Yabua money ade ada na di ewo face the country mu no Emma ye red light be. Emma ye red light be pass serious red light. But them say ye no be no. Ya dream intimi enko. It's an indication of a serious loophole in fix the country. Sin to be wo mu a e was say ye silly hon. Ye silly ho a me say sanima we na e to be try e be jai. On say fix the country no e shall see on social media with just a single tweet or write up and a blow ye na fix the country. Inti abe some kind of floating movement be a yen share that entena say enya code of conduct, what I call a code of conduct. And they say obi aba or the onwani code of conduct na ebem or the onwani ideas and any interest na ebem. Ye obi no mo ho a omo ye disappointed NPP members. Obi o ho na bia na nka wo hia bi from the government of the NPP. Now so esan say ne nsa enka sa de nti no. Or then ho be join ne e face the country. Na sa no so oba opese of force ya na obeye anase obe looking as if or the leader of the movement. Se na be ya obenya more influence Ediabo abine pressure. Na wenya sa na die na ope free abine ho abine intimi emfa no. That is how I see the nature and the attitude of Captain Smart in Omwa can. And also your boy by on say or the onwani ideas by nanka opese or no by the leadership of the country nanka or no the forming or no the DNA no forming. You see, and that has always been the problem of we black people. Abribiano yeah dear. Ubi abesa me nkwani ehumi eyame na bidie ni mu eyame. Enti nyameka ni say no face the country whether we like it or not. And I say Mr. Oliver Mpuni ho krampua face the country will still move on because Ghana for ye chita for agya to mu awie. E share social media e blow ama obi agya to. Samre no say yem pese sa anima we are AC because in every movement, the most dangerous people are traitors. Traitors, phobia, even crime, say, you call meeting, we are on bet me crack before the African for the crime say, you call meeting, no, say, now you discuss here. Those are very dangerous people that we have to do everything possible to avoid. And this is how we can avoid them. We have to sit down and get a leadership. Fix the country is lacking leadership. Across the floating leaders. Yekwe bibiani aton sa freeway obra. Nipa na oba unim na dwene baby a free ba. But when we sit down and have a definite leadership, say bia Mr. Oliver Benchia to mu say, "My ready, my mo leader, so be it." Ni enya leadership, ni enya code of conduct. If we put things on paper and get things working the way they should work, I think say we will be able to avoid some of these saboteurs and traitors who just come in with their own selfish interest and their own selfish ideas. Yet, Captain Smart Cotton Cement in here, they say, or they see cathedral. And Chebiani who say, face the country by or no Kroyasa Chayu 10 S. Why? Because he needs the views, he needs sa at the end on. I say, oh, yes, to me na, sem penny for no huna, ombesrona, or diana na dear be a free penny for no.
Mina, Nancy, say. Ye nya leader ema ni di anim na se chine bi leader no ehho koba asema na okokotu anamo bi corrupt anamo bi anokotu anamamboni bi a eno ano no ko na gija akwai te sasofo obi nim onya didi atwe na se obi anadwem da obi a na mi se obi nim asori enye because twedi for nko a. Do you think say ye nya leader man need fix the country anima? Is it gonna help?
Near tiani say Nia baby, I was say it me with the pros and cons. I quite a sebi, opese ustage kudita. Se sebi, what dream would on us a unim yansa. O metna radio so emekase. Ye a soldier for say, ya just a be kudita na ye penny near and I say near Udi and Muni debi. A underground work. Mua kudita de munimu penny name or mine now person mutu abinding good dear. Or munim say, a soldier for your crab, why ne di or muenim. It is nearby a bebo young Casaya Hoban, Ebia, ye better ye penny, not penny no. Yeah, ye walk quonum quanim see a penny, but to the outside world no son by a crampo a penny no, yama any a cheap breno, ye bet me a hiding identity. Dr. Reno ho, David ho, Memo Oliver ho, ye nim why na a penny I would defeat the country any, but or more omudi a chana say or more ye nom casa obianim. Who is the leader? Is it David? Is it this guy? Is it Free Mike? Is it Oliver? That is how we can go about it. But se say, ye jamana ye floating sa na bripiano bia ba na ase ono so e bia isan say make what na radio so akasa Ghana phone him na kakrenti na opese odin sa influence no ebe rem na ono be kenkon wo obia so de esa na abripiano. This kind of problems we can never avoid.
So obesha ashase no Avram Bemoshe, Okatechi Afrifa, Captain Smart, Oliver Bacher, Nasa nipa for we, Omunina penny, dear no fataomo, Anna Kesha Quansa at least, nipa for the better say, yes, you penny and interest oh baby dear, so I can tie in BBM. Tina Kesha Quansi be a mobit me, bet you who ye name no person mobile once of me. This is Amri, no yen to me and ya a EBM film. Mamenko Oliver say, my pacho, don't you think, say, near Freeman they can obey nipa bako as you want and behind closed doors cry beboa.
I'm saying Casano.
Yeah, you know, you're doing what kind of structure you pay for a while now. Now, one of the reasons Nami may say Nami pet one a individual leadership, but a college, a group group of people no making decisions together. No, they say it helps with so be per se ordinary, platform. Ne who crow no be jinemu. And I said the group protecting no. Because one of the things I hear say you know in a negative sense say maybe the next year the Captain Smart evidence say be any leadership. But what we haven't realized enough say because of the way you have structured your top no still na system no pull mugu in a way. So there's a protective mechanism every time we face the country that we find a way to the person to sideline the person, and the person they try or ontiminya sa way na just in that form. I think it has protected fixed the country for a very long time. If I am thinking about in terms of our structure now, I am thinking of ways to expand local chapters. Omono is where the bigger concern even for me is. Because Dr. Ren say, even the convenience structure here. The last time I have a meeting, Obia church and I drink so many different people, Obia in a different perspective. Then eventually we all come to one consensus. That consensus-based decision-making process, and no boying a lot. It me a boy and said those who have more said but no be any Captain Smart platform but because we use that style a boy it me avoiding almost casting platform seeing the country almost so some sense of face the country because you can say can go to a banner in the beginning say go leader Inka Captain Smart ne platform or war ne nkofududu omudi na chi kode omobe yi no as leader of the country clearwu. So I see protection in there, but when I think about the ways in which it me up boy ejuma ne ye no, it's really about how we grow the diaspora wing, about the local chapters. There's nowhere feels the country is stronger in Ghana than Obuasi. Because of the way in which we have purposely worked with Obuasi youth. So that process, me person you're building more. It is Obifi Boasini bi kasa or the Boasifo and then the perspective our conversation having so that's the kind of idea we need to be able to have, and that's the process of refining such a we had the original plan was said June by this time we have started public consultations discussing and we have to there's no way around this structure question. And for other people to know and understand the full structure, there's no way around it.
Na fanka Oliver de no on sena Inua Oliver Kano or make a reference building a local chapter. And when we say local chapter no so no and what in abegina the diaspora chapter chapters no. It is Obesha face the country ni freedom fighters no. Aye ebusuya baako the Holy Ghost I my father are one and ye be chapters and ye be chapters. Now what we are going to do is obia de na dwenche beba I de be form a charter and only the bejina so a chairman Freeman kind no e be the code of conduct any agenda ye nyina be the ye be di echi me sure say me bisa wo mo hwe ye ewie anope anadwu na meka Owura Martin Luther King obi anim no meboa obi anim say Owura Martin Luther King but se mo beka ya Ghana obi be friend the big six Akufo-Addo mu big six no ye kowie free Martin Luther King mo na de bae na amechire mu kakra Martin Luther King Jr. ana James Farmer ana John Lewis Anna A. Philip Randolph, Anna near Roy Wilkinson, and Whitney Young. One more leaders, they were the 6 prominent civil rights organizations. One more to say the NAA, you were Chitafo, Henry David were Chitafo, Freeman were Chitafo, Oliver were Chitafo, and you're back together. They are back together, and they are back woman who say Martin Luther King had the prowess of a oratory, Utimi Kasa, or Tensemase, no wabutre, onye giti. It that a qualities, no, and momu pushi Martin Luther King, as supporting with all their wisdom, and indeed, I had a March of Washington for Jobs and Freedom in 1963, no, and Oma Martin Luther King civil rights movement, no, Oma da enim. It is already I have a dream, no, I call it your body to you. All these men are maybe Mudino were part, and Oba Whitney Young, no Munina Kaho, and they push that agenda. May I sure say you're quite name no send or ye free my kind. Behind closed doors, did ye? CC and Aqua and when we are and Kofobi Womua, I say we steady woman with time because Ghana, you know, the sooner by no sometimes they say chameleon, you're done in tem, it's a santem, to say Captain Smart, a back a crano. And Tiasiana Yajuma, the same in Tiasiana and Yajuma and Rakwame Kumaka say, Yankosi Akusu Modam, Kufu Papa say, hey, in Kuruma, Ube Riagana Fosika. And in Tiasiana, it takes time. Some people it takes them years, tens of years. It will take them 100 years. And until you be now butre, you be reading Kofobi, but you won't say you won't acquire the freedom fighters. You ba Chairman Freeman say, Wauni. See, a freedom fighters are back down the any one way, you know, woman as we see woman as and any moment frame yenimpa. The same way too when it comes to fix the country. Any one way, you know, woman as Senior Oliver Kai. The first time cry we meet Captain Smana Captain you know or Johnny Numo Canensen. I mean, can be in time I mean Oliver share with United Kingdom, Ireland in Yasi. Who know about us as a branch fix the country, you know, what can home. Oh, you'll be our count. My own cousin will ask me, is that the Oliver guy of Fix the Country? And you know, who cry with this? They may blow back on top, baby, because make cousin or soon. Money blow punch back on. Now, when so I say, but time, my first video back in after election, I can say, Fix the Country will go to every corner in Europe. No, people thought to say it was just a joke, but it was ideas, platform be near was one Oliver A. Pushy. And because he was pushing that idea, no, now some maybe freedom fighters and let me push this agenda that to contain say, fix the country came for ordinary people like you and I. You can't say you can't fix the country, or police ni no or no or to your boy no. Eba or no obenya chefa kese wumo. So je ni no or to your boy no eba. E kroni siesie o na benya chefa kese wum. And enti yakwa anim ne de ye ni da ho. Yenim say obi wo wa ni titi say abo wo chameleon omu from who smart omu timi dane ye wo obi e wo for the smart snake e dane chameleon some one ye hu omu because timi ti omu nka say oh na ye de twitwa boy ho ye di agro wo ye TV snu radio so am de mufu say ofa ne serious yenim sankofo na ye twa omu a ye hu no sa moja no particles fo wo all right ya dan ho so and check these kind of structures, no, both local chapter, both diaspora chapter, no, and on the Bema Econo, a Jidan and Naso. Then ideas, wisdom, brains in will consolidate it, and then we'll form a charter, and then we move on, and then we make sure say at the end of the year, so before for a bemwa, Satam near you more, Yajo Medida, I bet me, and we say these people are the people that we believe say, woman to me, Sebu, MSC up and family.
And I say, Yabako, or the same, Chairman, say, be I have only be one question about no, what you're to me and say, okay, boom, no, ya no tenting because your time, no, as soon we are on the Baba Bequana. Now, but Mr. Oliver, say, now, idea a time you would train at yanka say a bar, ye arm the money ever, ye be kuta tunia, the answer security of a boy home. And Manage or more who quang access or my lance say, or more akondi anasa or more tree kuta mona or betting their boy home. Dampare yak the whole picture. No, I was very marveled. Na even Mawaka say, Dampare pentuan when I say, or lawyer ni, or lawyer kunini, and a trail was adiano. when to me I'm about him say he want to play something fishy here and I say person could me ho agora na nanka sampasa wo ho ma o man mu ni na me nua Oliver me ba Oliver akonta Oliver ne wo kan dem nim say odi agora na mbom wadaroma say bi agidie bi na wunya wo police for ma akoma to yem this time round ansana ubedi Ghana for anim because over papa nyina nim say beka ye mekura me IGP me ne me subordinate aposifo nyina ebeka wom but IGP and to me am fa adwena to ye be wan say ase ne ho chehye no Mr. Oliver just 30 seconds but do you think that Kufuor is pushing or the saying Dampare
unim Dampare I think said Dampare by no be a bodginus the only people who were very careful about him were Fix the Country and Freedom Fighters. Then we didn't get swallowed up in the hey.
Me followers grab the dance say papa ni oya no de me hu ni say enimu da ho or kwan na so bet me mpepre me ho kobo papa we aba so because me nimba de ode ye ko
omo me police for enimu ase not only a donation equal a shaman about say fidi inmates wo ho obi wu a shaman announce police for kunkun nipa kan wasem Face the Country Freedom Fighters. So your management na heading to say the shine and ne won nim no bi nyina pitiko because beside the hard questions. So I am not surprised Captain Dampare by first thing one of the answer one of them tokwa ni EFL for nya and say demonstration ni ekwakoye no e parliament Dampare confrere Ernesto Yeboah no ni Ernesto Yeboah kotena say e agree on different routes yenim ho hwe nti yen route na e ko say no ne pe no ono ko catch Ernesto Yeboah another thing no ko agree another thing Ernesto back say there be mama yen say route na yen another one but when nya kugudro na nka no kran so ni Dampare ko agree at the beginning nti no be say na route out the by there it doesn't make any sense. Yes, parliament in Yeko, Usi embassy in Kojina, Independence Square. Abra ye voting on the 11 no in parliament. Me who ni nim da say okay later na Ernesto Kofre one of the boys stand here see empany police for no can the Kenya still empany no. And so na Ernesto Kofre will be kaka and say only IGP no ko agree on a different route quietly. But no person pushing in that direction one cannot create no. And this is some no buy and IGP conference. I didn't know agree on a particular route or more yes sir. And I made me phone friend next to say me do who ya pa. Now in fact, only IGP no have a conversation. Me say no dear, me just me say be all represent here. Into no what can the amen ko change ko can the foforo. One kind of credit that. In fact, Dana ye ko ako share IGP no about the new route na ye de kono. Me friend who Ernesto bisa will say, oh, meeting a economic me kobiana, usi o de don't me kobi. Sa only papa na ko have a conversation that in the demonstration e ba be no. Dampare frère okay the chief FIFA before say the letter na beko. E ka chen say June 4th ni the letter ba demonstration oba pre. It's the famra. But odi on share 3 days in the a year 2 or no only ho on the June 4th they be starting the faith no cro before say I did let a crack over cool. But me don't mean framing having a conversation with me ever because that nonsense Nadia he already knows me for so. But on him pass this letter he knows said there was nothing there. The reason why he released this into the public and he said Okodi Sam about the British High Commissioner now Obiye Trabono no. He wanted something to change and shift the conversation. And Okokan say I feel the country for some year demonstration. We've seen through it. In the media, I am not deciding say or no as the leader of the police force. Say me jano. So by you open. It's not going to happen.
And young council say young council say young jano because you're the taxpayers' money the trianica. And he is accountable to the people. Not to a friend saying the authority, no, to the people.
And this thing, You will not know it. But in fact, in Kranza, MP no could share police for no about what happened in the Kranza no. Omo police for catch in Kranza and say often MP ni so often kwa semfi oko. No mo nim so nim ono krekre tuo by Kranza ho. I say what? Me MP na oka asem no chairman no. And I'm sure my IGP no by friend no by partner say woman intelligence biasa. That is the MO of the police. They don't like accountability. And you would not know this because we have never tried to hold the police accountable. We have never tried to hold them accountable. Into no IGP need to say, as long as I am alive, won't mean kungana for ma, and one from who need that. More no one and go di and go say at the one and bajago camera so I am one so I will not end the mean there. I won't do it. The band no sooner obey release nyama and family home. The most important thing is that Namie na meye. Min na ho magana ni ba enhwe ne nkwa. Na me nka and it won't happen. So that's the most important thing for me. Our conversation you.
But no be say Avram Ben Moshe or can freedom fighters. Meaning say it's one of those questions we can slide and answer.
So let me say this. Let me say this about Avram because it is important. Abraham, I send me Captain Smart here the no, or send him a message. And Obisa Okachem said, I heard all that went on, and we have to keep the dream and hopes alive. I wasn't around during the press conference and the meeting. If anything comes up, let me know. Or frame cry around, catch him say, because everyone put your catch me from the beginnings on there. Smart, the near to what the channel. If there's any to make no cry, Abraham has warned me about Captain Smart in the past. So on the main can't, I'm not going to say anything bad about him or whatever it is, But I know, sir, he's still interested in this. And in fact, on no day from the very beginning, I said this person is near to what show, and he knows and I'm not surprised this happened.
You see, a Chitafwa more share, so who chairman free mind or any David, Oliver Bakavoma, or any of our freedom fighters, I only introduce much more. Who say, the Akumapani Adunipa. One more way a friend is saying the chameleons, ye quite nimuno, a Jumano bede, a bepa omohuntma. You win you be one swa, omo chameleon. But I see no more qua na barabumu, assetinamu, ni dadjuni. Now my backslide the kakra e wo mu anoma sababa behim wo mo ba they are still welcome what you say ebumo wa sebio the pressure no wo mo angasa kwotena so mu say the people around them so come the wo mo so na ye champion wo sa nkofo na come the wo mo nti wo mu ano mo so aba back what you say enti no ye de ani hwe wo mo ye de ani to ye de hwe wo din as freedom fighters and face the country ye nya aka se adwuma we no till the day God will call us, and even our ancestors will take up the story and make sure say Ghana will be a developed country. Na yankofa ekufuado odade the three evils emma say your man. So CSF fans, common sense family. Anya mutimu say no around you and comedy nkofo I say to mu comedy womo memuna to mu comedy womo kwabana mu comedy womo. It's definitely no. You need to champagne for be and then maybe
and that's it. Chairman Freeman, Kakra or no bonito farmer, Mr. Oliver Nuniano, na Yemusano, Quambena, Yafaso agent passport na the next move of face the country. So anything I feel so Ghana Fuso Mosono, J. Oliver, you are our last hope, GNO. Wakwa Yesu Christo, wa mamudia ene ye wuo eno no yenko yentoma no se ono so ogenese enti chairman yenko bonito.
Yeah, David, I'm say comments to my follow. I don't know akwa opinions of people and not questions, but still majority me no be ampese. Wayfrey Francis Mora also asked Oliver why he wrote that kind of letter to the police to spoil the chance of them. I'm saying no there. Yeah. And I went to Free Sani Ibrahim will say, why was the military name was mentioned on the post? Can he explain? I don't know if
the military no a friend is saying professional body institutional. My Ghana no irrespective of any political party beba. So for us, we see the a friend is the military and in the police forces services. They say they don't represent a political party. They represent Ghana, the red, gold, green. So they are there to defend us. And it's a right. They should not hide behind politics. No more push the agenda of the political party in power. Ebanesana, it defeats the purpose of them being professionals, because professionals are paid to defend the nation. And into the taxpayers' money to Omokano. And until I say you, Yadi Anka Sesika, Emo Etompo, Wamo, Eto a uniform, Emo baby or Mobeda, Emo car, Emo a friend is saying, accoutrements, our protector, Modiamo Medimana, the Akosu. So that the useless word I use, I Oliver Ta use no. It comes a friend is saying, as someone I cannot say, this army no a professional body. They are not a political party, a friend is saying, a institution. So they ought to always act professionals to defend the nation. Senia Omangasa, I swear by oath, to defend us by land, by sea, by water, by air, to the peril of their life. And she said, MPP beto mutikranwa, almost there be in Chile, young Kwabetuamo, my Ghana, Sa and Kwano. Nancy ye will be Omadani zombies. Into Omadani zombies there. The air can say we are useless. And there's a munya useless there. Munya near my say, fata, bow mine who buying. True citizens no. As me did chat one. An example, ensure yaseno. And Ghana Water Company, some in country, I will me say, what to UK, what to Ghana, what to US, what to any part of the world. I'm saying in the next 3 years, Ghanaians are going to import water. But didn't kind freedom fighters, you didn't can say a Kufado or no wa Ghana or importing in show free UK and importing in show America. Me city and Mekai a Kufado Meka Sameboa, and I'm throwing a challenge to the Jubilee House. A Kufado import water. He does not drink any water I want Ghana, and that is a fact. I'm in this was a boa ombra bonte meka say your friend say ye chantro. In this a soldier 40 war near the champagne ye galamsey saying you are now someone was what the galamsey machines biaba. I feel no betu gold no pound. Commission. I feel the Kufado by your galamsey. As saying, you know, water is what life. Water has no enemy. Any man people in any NDC. And so come the wa umbisa so MPP and now NDC. So these are the reasons why yes, armed forces say stand up and defend the altar. Muswe.
That's it.
Right. Okay. And last one. No, we no. Obibia u profile picture bia ni so bia ye yiwa no why yempensa my phobia David yanto aso.
Okay, Mr. Oliver. Then yaje o passport na oka oni wia wadaruma say what is the way forward for fix the country for na odi atwa say Ghana force say afi de brabejo woni wom last hope na enkofo na dodo na abaso boss de say in fact wachichi mu nyina ne atete ne atepo ne yi a Kufuado na ni tisa polytank no oye wunyina no still oda so gina na so a oni abane ko won show any sign of ehun bia anase se obekwete nti no wo plans bia obedi anim as freedom fighters ne face the country for anase the youth of Ghana or more pe third force am ye NPP ne NDC in China ubetumi aboa na wadi anim ama youth na eno ne question wo
Unim, my starting feel last one. Ejuma ye one. Obika say nya dia oboa. Ye kokoye demonstration first one for a very long time, for almost 6 months. They be a me phone bia na me pepe sun frame ene jayo de bi menya dia wo ye no tena wo UK wan den na ope wo krom ha me ba Mokai maybe I say meeting bia. My name Minister of National Security, Minister of Finance. Yeah. We fly from the UK on privately. On me told me plane ticket back Ghana for a week. And that means me kind of reason and I'm what Ghana punch me papa. Not just I am she just me boost your phone I from University 3. So then I'll be people chroma then coffee person that eventually a be too much me block me papa. On WhatsApp me blockade because I just couldn't. There be a whole negative information. I try from me who I just say on the men now. So So it's coming at great personal cost. And you don't understand the level of things we are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. So make sure when you now, Senia, you know what we are trying to do. Not the microphone, you know, but beside me home say, is it worth it? You know, like, what's the point of the area? You know, so I was having that conversation with myself, and then you know, I saw and I made it. You know, I put up a video about what we are trying to do, and you know, there's a short video, and then so many people started commenting about it, and I was just looking at it because I wanted to send a message. A lot of times, you know, you know, that Ghana the Ben at the best when will things change? Into one amount of it, sorry, Akasa Abua, here from Canada, de Bia, O Kuma Ghana for no, just a wood on Sabako say, Wechi, and just say, Omwa, yeah, dear no. You can see a year born. Only almost sorry de Bia, Obama online platform. Tell them, go me, papa, me, one, yeah, me every single day. Who said at any point, I maybe no, I will be paid. I don't do it because the person a non say, and then freedom fighters, young Crawford. Me Crawford say, even when you don't insult, it doesn't stop them. And you say, oh, can't say, and answer what to say, the best is Crawford Subine. So I allow people to express themselves because I believe, say, the freedom of speech will be a can or person. But we have to be focused on what the objective and goal is. But say it's not never crock rumping for the yeah.
Yeah, crowd your freedom fighters, crowd there. Your cat was say. The only thing that stops insults is results. So the leaders should give us results. The insult will stop.
That's it. So I'm saying that for me, as far as I'm concerned, and it, you know, sometimes people they be a more question and what. And they always sure say, obey, when I'm supposed to get 14. And then Reno, obi be musuna mobile, dear Mobayana, de be able we are. Because more nipana, Mopese no to corruption, no to a you know. One Gasano, Moon Pesam Bay, dear Senefata. She took me after the scout, the Koya, fine opportunity to say the minimum ball in Penyafuachi. Council of State, you know, and MPP, dear, and NDC, dear. The idea our constitution is not working well. I never use the opportunity na akasaitia nothing in constitution the best sano. Share your moye.
Who dia Paul I don't watch it. Who dia Paul I don't watch it. Branch na ya so about pampers. Who dia woye. Walk say take obi to say Oliver serious. Then he goes on to say Oliver will point to cross, but when you see but there is a point to say the constitution was Rawlings constitution, you know. Say if we would delete the Article 71 holders, delete MSA constitution. On what case he contradict himself.
What's it? The credit was what they are. Say you can say you are appointing to board. Now you are appointing to Exim Bank. What decided say journalism is so we know and one say every single day on what story and how can I come and defend the government no every single day now by no also
now our dog and yasemwa and catch him I want to me cry Ghana for funny serious abronye also been pack Ghana for more serious how much more Oliver dear Masa, Mama Dream, Mummy Madrimu, Ghana for Mummy Madrimu. These guys are taking you guys for granted. These guys are taking you guys for granted. Mummy Madrimu.
I apologize about them. It's fine. Till we send a message, you know, say at some point, no big six anymore. Now big five, no dreams a big one about them. It's a big one on my independence. Instead, the young Kosuanko, let then one come for Kumamu. So don't think say at some point people will support you. An idea, you know.
What the Bama we are right by Nambum send you kunkum moment as a million kumeda. Actually, say a kunkum nipa roughy. Na papa say Nami Busa say
about
what the matter say, but Ottomanka.
Yeah.
Mate sɛ Akufo-Addo ɛne France man panyin ayɛ nhyehyɛ ama wɔn de asogyafoɔ bi aba abɛgu northern side hɔ ɛsoro wate ho asɛm bibi saa ɛna two nkɔfoɔ koraa hu ne sɛ taa na yɛ taataa wa yɛnya wɔ ebɛku ne me nnɛ mete sɛ watɔ fam yɛ Akufo-Addo mete sɛ nnɛ ukuma ɔrɛ ho atia menim sɛ yɛ Akufo-Addo na ɛtaataa left and right nti no de wogidi baabi a yɛsɛ ɔde asogyafoɔ ɛsɛ yɛsɛ wato asogyafoɔ akatuam sɛ hwim na ano yɛbɛte asɛ youthfoɔ ɛde amoka akwakɔma na asɛ n'ani hwɛ military side hɔ nom a menim ne ɔpɛ ɔnama na ɔso n'akonya ɔno so na ɛpɛ nkɔfoɔ akuma mu no wahu twa mmene biara soro ayana nti no wogidi sɛ ɔpɛ waku
sɛ detectors MO ne sɛ the first time we bisa wɔn ne sɛ one na bɛtumi etu me efi so ɛnafoɔ no deɛ dɛ ne ɛwɔ ayi ɛhɔ na wɔbɛhwɛ. It is everywhere. And at the same MO no Akufo-Addo no use. When what say Ghana BBA no decide say one share you won't be too many army no. Njo mo no na say or this can form mo. Say Ghana army for no more kwan say army. The Ghana army to be sign a contract with Chinese Galamseyers. Almost 7 contracts with Chinese Galamseyers to protect Chinese Galamseyers.
Oh yeah. Ghana Armed Forces is for protecting China for
directly.
Hey. On him. Yeah. Ghana Armed Forces and protected China from your Ghana.
You don't understand. The army is signing direct contract. I want to hear contracting. Direct. They say, "One say, okay, most of them will be mudi na mo di mudi ebi. Most mudi no. The Ghana army renting it is a private security company. No, ebe no mo jisika no. Wow.
Now, there was a man quasi fishes. China for maybe fish fishing companies. Ninyoma, eduma boni a womudi business boni a womudi. Kolebu powder amount for the Bemunina Ghana forces of folk jina wobi and the air shemi and the ammunitions.
Yes. Now journalists, Joy FM journalists call Bush Nimko Ghana forces and not no more protecting Kofuno J. Cameras to go here. The government, the army was fighting Galamsey. They were protecting them. So every year it is the MO, and that's why they are not going anywhere. Or because the next election, because they have the army in their pocket.
But the good news, they say, Muhammad, your friend said, Damboya, a 2 a year, Alpha a year, a Guinea, the go year. Unse Edum Bebes, was a sound constitution in favor. Na Akufo-Addo sen kapapane da so tiasia en kapapane be boana manase sa constitution na mana favor no, and these are the people a womu sene enua Oliver Kano omu traitor papa ne ye no pepe na Akufo-Addo ye de eye no Ghana nti make say the 3 evils e wo Ghana no wo pesa sabonsam don't go to church and pray mikoti abonsam so wo de ko Jubilee House or te ho.
I mean, baby, to me. Listen, at this point, what is the biggest opposition to their government here?
Face the country.
Yeah, loud against them. To me, the president has to be impeached. This in the clearest and loudest terms. Wow. So yes, at this point, the biggest opposition party in Ghana is the country.
And some day, why does one you bet me? I cannot. Mammy Musa, we very quick. What way am I name? And maybe you hold my mobile to me. I see a Akufo-Addo as son of sure. Actually, in the corner, and maybe was a CA.
At this point, I had to be fair because it has to come through Parliament. I say it mean pitching. Opportunities no hold. Yes, see war. A UK Boris Johnson from COVID mray. Sir John I'm still like correct. We try let a citing writing in about 16-page document. Come out Ghana Police for say now you have what it takes to prosecute all this Chief Justice for the Vice President. President the Constitution is going to make prosecuting, but you can investigate him. Yeah, when you police for number catcher and say, Omayera police complaint. First one. The second one, almost Omayera no. Third one, Omo catcher and say, Yenye Akufo-Addo din film. Yes, omunya no hwe.
They say a year in this answer now can any Boris Johnson in the paba cope equasai wabu emrano so yes share no man no etria fine edema you can buy
on one party baby you know oil lucky say otimi winning the vote no but then you can MPs do to tiano no. It's more than any of the ones in the past. The
party members in our money.
Yeah. COVID restrictions were COVID. You know, so we try and no so what Bronia semi or timidi national security for to go is or no fake armed robbery against Ghana citizen. Nina so a strong petition to Parliament. Parliament for no one bit me initiative impeachment against Nipai. In fact, NDC for so many numbers. Constitution say oh here only 1/3 of MPs. NDC MPs some bro 1/3. In some person we here Akufo-Addo who baby a oman here data. No impeachment in starting here nyane.
Enuntina sa we NDC ni na wo hwe wa ha tie de Oliver Ekano. 1/3 of NDC political party can impeach President Akufo-Addo and so womonye enti tianyansa wo NDC awudi e kire no suanyansa 1/3 of wo party.
Enti me say NDC for no omo party ne pressure but they be no ye boy NDC for echi na mo abegina ade na mo boy NDC for echi mo omo party ne pressure say Akufo-Addo no they can impeach him and he will be the first president to have impeached under this democracy.
NDC for a moon.
And we have the numbers in their mind. NDC, no, your mom numbers. A drew critical vote now. A friend is saying, "Oh, Tia Broche, I just have for you. Send you also 2 ma bagwe no, or bet 2 etia Akufo-Addo." And so most start money. So what is that? Number say then? They be another by the day uguni pasuma. What some year day? You're not even interested in it.
Lawyer, who dey nya abotre 1/3 no be a woka obi ntiase 275 members of parliament.
I mean, for calculator and divide.
With the lawyer, yen for your calculator. Yen calculate the numbers.
91 MPs.
Yen 91 MPs.
NDC for me saying 137.
And the emphasis you back away from Tiaka 136. Ye out of it, ye
191. It's all they need. 91. We are in an impeachment process. An impeachment is a trial in Parliament.
Like I said, NDC in Kwanabet 91 members of NDC.
All you need to initiate an impeachment process in Ghana is just 1/3, 91 MPs.
Into what will say we NDC because you chit half of a brain bar, NDC for TNE. The entire catch them say, Mu NDC in one casano. Some ran TB or more eyes of Pejomama, did one a free ceremony, Pejomahama, TME, because strategy be womb. Now say one who strategy now go for you know. Naba Quaco joining NDC, Naba Quaco joining MPP, Ebusia Baku. And to wake opposition and still Ebusiana enjoy, we were a party, Ebusiana so back where Sah was not about Quaquari MPP, Nina Quaquari and DC, and your strategy, or my foul, more putty, or more quantity. You're quite moves a member be bring up Quaquari and DC for my MPP for be bring up about NDC for a member. Into what we NDC, 1/3 of all party, Yankasa MPP for one yet. Who NDC knows where 1/3, you impeach Akufo-Addo. Freedom fighters face the country, ya can't walk, you be impeach you, Mumbuaye, ye the letters never bremo. 91, Wempi Kahu, while Wempi now free a friend say, Gonjano or Kahu, Wempi no, a greater Accra, NDC winning massive seats. Our greater Accra and voter region, Muntian, votarians for Muntian, moving massive, what they call northern region, upper east, upper west, moving massive, Ukonzma, western region, we need Chaba, me of Amunia, antis, we need by parliament, MPs. Muntian, what is your political party NDC is also doing and contributing for us to impeach the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Sasabon Sama, or Tijoloi B House or NDC for. One family question about I feel the Omojayo. Yeah, NDC. Lawyer trust.
Doc, and say you have cast 2 hours.
You see, it's not there. You almost impeachment.
Doc. The boss matter me cool. And I Oliver date me person me hit up. The boss matter me cool. Yeah, follow.
I was sending you about Joyce, but my one so share. Away from a year in Yansafo Krum. When him said Joyce Mukrumo, when him said Joyce Mukrumo, ya will be 2 for more. I will nowhere. Ya will 2 for more. $100,000. Didn't free you. Ya will for front. Oh, yeah, a crony profit. A crony make it profit, and make it loss. A profit no more make you crony. Yeah, make it loss. No, a crony make it profit. Oh, that's Singapore, any Malaysia, ya babontin be check citizen BSika because a crony make it profit. Ya crana in see ya obani di jubilee 70 near bompai some beche yesika. No, ye pepe kakra. Ye don't dear but ye pepe kakra. Nisika no time. Near bompai and come my yesika. Was 20 years ago, you know, what chain grata, Nanka way, Nanka, so my
Doc, as I say, no, Chairman, baby, I do the Sydney, the Ecosin and Pitri, and yet that could need to be 2 hours, 30 minutes, and the Akasa. Mama will be 2 minutes, answer, and Yako, you go, when yes, a walk and but dear now be with Oliver, now on yet talking in a young quiet, you would never come with your pages. So, Anna, Casa no swincy, I'm saying, Yamia, Sandy Grano. Yamayo no sugar drops, Frema, Utuaba, and answer Mama Bana, you know, answer Chanyo I no, or Moba could be hostino. Yana minim, Nana Shady, right?
Frema shoes, Ebe Hosti, Oliver, ne Ebia, Nana Shady.
Nana Shady, very good. Intino, say, ye and Ediana, ye and some no Dawson. Oh, ya force pony yake campus on and ye case ye jina issue back so or back come and be 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours. But and ya bomb more than yet me abo so about 20 years ye rapping ya continue. We cry 2 minutes no cry Dawson 30 seconds 5 bisani be na on 1 year no. Nananka me medical bisami DS say no face the country near kwan ye we are yanko chairman free mind or anti Mr. Oliver made the media decline. Say you face the country,
you know, one of the things they say in the beginning, you start saying, you know, you can't face the country, no, you can't chill before. Say, almost says your mind, no. I don't, you know, my dream one who said, it's been a year. We should scandals do I see. Now the year can you know, you can't cry no more. I think say your moral responsibility said. We have to find a way, say, be true or more fear, there has to be a way, you know. Me saying it from the beginning, I still believe that Obianen, the friend, so me Mejumano is to help in this part of the struggle. And you me say, you know, pre-election, say, than a president and IBB. But there are so many more competent people. So I am holding this fort and with you people and fighting this stage of the struggle.
Okay.
The next stage is to get people elected.
Okay.
And we must get people into government. I mean, the first thing I can say to test that process, 2024 we can't win. Education is here, drew some and so on. But what we can do is to put in place the structures towards, say, that eventually replacing this government. Yeah, Papa no more retirement for over 30 years of this democracy. Yeah, I'm sure 30 years time we will have our own regrets. Into the year 2023, district assembly elections. Maybe American district assembly elections. No, there's 30,000 people who will be elected into district assemblies across the country. You can see 100 per regional. That's 1,600 people. 1,600 people when you get your more into assembly. That these are young people. They're already learning the act of governing. They see closely what the problems are. In their district, you better know at the pressure about districts, you know, in the beginning. 1,600 people will become organizers for us to show, say, our ability to mobilize people nationwide. And no, then we go into 2024 election. We say, okay, from the showing, you bet me from the analysis, you need 2 constituencies and a 3-way. And you have a better chance of getting 2 or 3 people into parliament.
Okay.
Not so that I fed the Nkwana rejected as Gracia.
Yeah.
I rejected Achiremo. Said no, this is immoral and inappropriate in the end. You know, that is sending the message, directly saying you can have a different kind of leadership. That's the process, gradually it be drew.
All right. So say what paba of is the country more? What paba? Opesa okwetiana.
Obi sending me message, obi sending me message. Say police for bu obi. Otwa onone watomoto amano so mfanye adwuma na nipa na otwe moto no. Ehun de esi no de ne phone video. Nam so ma police for chair no. Bro no. And then I could share cells from Thursday and Monday and then they court. And sending me message. Say Ohiamwa. At the end of May no sending some message, I some me bisa me over and over again. So at the end of May no sending some message, At the end of May, no, and me pen and me did nam, and I can't leave. We no say bedroom rebi ebe 6 feet under. Ebe se okuma Ghana se edidija no koka ho nyina be 6 feet under. It is better say me de me ho beto ho se me ko ama Ghana se dachi binti se Ghana be yi. I think that's a better for me. And so the answer me bump I say na even Yesu ko dru cross so so frenya me say e open akra ma ne mpare me no se bedroom mmere bi a ahonde ne be yemre. But I'll continue to remind myself of the principle until yeah.
Okay. Here I say, Nanko bisa say, one who bambo 70 say, young canon, and Yami Admada from near Kansas. 30 seconds, but your mom is Oliver Bibina, Oniano Nafi, Yanko, your time no, a broso cry.
David, no. Me to grab what the doctor said, Minia Simbiakan for now.
Okay, good. Thank you, sir.
Media the American Yan say, Asem no, or Henry David, baby, I would know. Papa Onimonyan for your friend no, Martin New Molly. I hope say Molly, my body ni. Or can say be maybe 30 seconds no. Also, first they came for the socialist, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionist, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews. I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. We see I face the country. Omani Odia. And ya Dr. Ren Kwa Papa dia. And then ya missing me in Kwandia. And ya Ohini David in Kwandia. And then ya Chairman Freeman Kwandia. And ya Oliver Baka Vomawo and Kwandia. A crony is 16 regions. Ya mami din the Amagana. Ne ma wa woman is 16. Be shows anya wote region in Bako. We sound so important out here to say. Shawanga so was sitting in. What to gold so? What a diamond, bauxite. And so I come at it. The only gold in the diamond. The ma I want chain and your cost is sika. I may be so. Wow, gold now what diamond in there. I don't know find him the any answer can one hour man so ended there. Near one sa kwesi bronia for planes who baba ya adwuma wo krum. Eba ne saying. It's because the number one sin of the black man is self-doubt. Ye ni emugidie enti dan ye de mebunu ne banas ye busa questions mu edua ebe mo ye mpanyimfo na ya responsible then they run away from responsibilities. Meni o mi no du meni wo soso. Ye mfa ya no ka. Na ye nsesa aduama. Na mgidi
All right.
With us no. Aduama be with us. Ohini.
With us.
For pa because o de Marshall no de no an de ama wo. Minim so ochina de o de be CNDC fo so ama ye. Wo ke kema ama ye. Otu first waji asasi over 4,000 acres. Who the question there? We be come over back door.
Martin nyina ma hu ne yetwagu on framanim ti ye beba Mr. Oliver we de o last remarks out de be ma adofo ne atiefo mo hwe wo.
Ejuma ye ndie otu ye hu asi ho ne ye se ejuma ye. Minim se Yejina no se ya bre salvation ye penentem but obi ampeso be ye adwuma ma salvation no na me asem bia ya metin ni se o kan bibia ye se any physical country for no wine or monkasa mine. And you'll be fufro na wo train no. So one besuma yen fi baby I just say ye cry ye drum ye tea ye baby take a train say then be on my ye pese ye be pese mo ni na ye kan ye ho bom ni ye kasa. But the wo no nye hwe na won so ya say ye free demonstration won ma fix the country in the big go. And yeah, way a simple mathematics. Meaning say the mean divided me into 1,000.
Dabi.
Mona na yen nyina na yebe som ti we na mesere mo amuti yen mo amoba be hwe ni later. Se mo nkoso ansom na mo nkoso amra mo nkoso ankasa ye frɛ bibia ye hia support bia na mo timi asom na yeye we na me de beja mo a.
We dey hine mesewa ni dey mo
wo Ghana.
Ohine we dey mesewa ansa na be wrap up no amemfa we emfem pa hia pa. Em say ye dwumadie no a ye se ye be start akọ radio so ene community centers no enche empenfo ebebo modiana ya boaboa ya no ye be meeting and say ebebo modiana ya boaboa ya no na ye de adwumadie no aba because ye chapters what diaspora chapters any Ghana chapter ne be kan ye ho abom one platform so ye be share sa adwumadie no asenti we de ohene meda wase pa se o ma me asa akonya.
Okay, that's a pa. Mr. Oliver, before Abekono, say Obi asema opese Obi sapa and say ona work Ghana sisia for 10 seconds be can one say the state of Ghana sisia and was say bonito e save na one more country more my radio more kakra on betumi be adwuma o me save ye me ko mo akron for metro show mo so to say Ghana economy ankasa no Ghana state no nyina na ti say but 10 seconds.
Yeah, Ukrainian meaning sisia no things are getting very, very difficult for people. So chronosem no de koni ekoso because sem krofo no be sorry akasa mo panyimfo ye nwani ye no monye on be wi omo obi ote ben no ne hokro. So those issues are happening a lot. Uhwe krofo mo kunkunkunkum mo so a and so konanim and I only fears and it's not enya wanwa the more economically nyama e bad no the more atanya ma we so economy but investing in there mean discourage you be a
but measure that saying invite na we dey me nko me ne watch na se wo ma yi so na wa boy Ghana nkomo kakra na ye hu niema kakra bi a o man no betumi aye nti no ye beda wase se unya mre 3 hours in fact why are there menu an man buy so my there pa afi adofo a mo ha no ma share video ma share kakra ma share and 500 bet ma wo se ma share nti no mesere se wa ba na unya share obetumi a share na yenko yada mu nyina wase nyame aduma o china beto as nti doc Dr. Ren oko YouTube baby abeko bia na Dr. Ren chairman Free Mind so as a Free Mind Family News the new created page here and also creating enra mesere say mon follow a backup page because it say me no ka say freedom fighters aduma pa ye boni bi ni penny no say omutu yeso say ni or more distracting ewo in page no me no ka say me de ba ko na me ko 90,000 followers no ya the pin bia wo mama ne leak is anti no me de ato ho no ma na bi we so nti e say all the freedom fighters no muni ya chi ewo akonya sanyina anything about face the country ne so say me nyi wo ho free mu na eto so bi mu so ekoba sika from emwa ene ade a madaro ma no ma boy ye ntimi mba e me bi se sika de bia free mu ma so bi busa say na Oliver ni security ti sen okwa obey kwan ide ne fa so nyina no so oye na adwen so obelifu ne o live life o be bo ne ho ban a ka nko a me ne o ka say ye season organ ho no ma ne ma bebre nti no wa kasa you know what to do ye da mu nyina ma se nyame adoma ye be ebesia share bi me nuanom adam ase hanam de mbesi why. Okay, have a nice time guys. Okay, bye. And there was madam nyina ma se nyame shamo se mobile number be hwe nipa kakra mo aseti na te Solomon Opoku obaba afia na ki emos kwabna Nana Edufa was a Felicia Yaboa, Yadamina Master Mojemre, Namoshe, Yamia Duma, or China Betuaso. Adiasan, have a wonderful time. Take care.
Ensio mankwa, ensio hu nyo desani biara. Eni abodi nyina. Enti na Awurade na aye Drilling Company Limited. Eto nsafre ankrankre enyumaku ahodo nyina. Oba Awurade na aye Drilling Company Limited. Yeye borehole drilling, water treatment, visibility studies. Yeye nhwehwemu ewo asase ne so ansa na yetunsuo di amount. Yeye manual and electric pump installations, hydrofracture. Se Awurade na aye etu nsuo ma wa. Ubetimi anom, ubetimi adware, ubetimi dia bibia. Enti yeto nsafre dense enyumaku ahodo. Yeye real estate companies, hotels, in sorry, and will be biara or the insure edijuma. Awurade na aye borehole drilling company limited. When we extract crime, a one crime or Franco barrier. Kumasi ewo odium bus stop. Freye wa humatu foiso 0245 636634 0247 171472. Awurade na aye borehole drilling company limited. Yes, see, insure mankwa. Shrani po forwarding kwa